Will,
Hey!
what happened last time on Ebon Ward?
Last time on Ebon Ward, you guys wrapped up your visit with the Weaver, and she gave you a little bit more information on the murder and the dangers that might follow if you were to engage with such an entity. And y'all went, nah, I'm good, which is like, yeah, it's actually honestly a pretty good idea. And you had Branson, for whatever worth that was, guide you to Blackthorn Manor, and then he left immediately because he didn't want to deal with any of that shit.
Correct call, as it turns out.
Correct call!
We didn't even get inside before we started getting eye lasers.
He did say, though, that if you did need his assistance, you could howl and he would pop on back, if he did need it.
It's my Street Fighter assist character.
Honestly, you guys surveyed the Blackthorn...
That dog!
Hey, it's that dog! You guys surveyed the building, and as you were making your approach from the south through the kitchen, Dia suddenly had a spike in temperature, and then once you guys got inside, you encountered some strange satyrs that were more or less water balloons, but of blood, because that's how Ebon Ward do.
Alucard, that is my hair clip.
And in that process, you encountered what had caused the harm to Dia. It turns out it's a big old eyeball. It became clear very quickly that inside Blackthorn Manor, there's a lot of terrible just bits and aberrations about. You decided to split up the party by having Redpath and Maze stay up top as Nash and Dia descended into the blood basement. At this time, Redpath was also able to discover, using a very specific spell known as Blood Biography, that the blood that has been pooling up in the yard, in the basement, from the meat that's growing from the building itself, was in fact Astrophel Blackthorn. And apparently he described it as punishment. You're not sure what all happened there. While Nash and Dia were in the basement, they nearly gave the house a heart attack as they defeated an eyeball and it fell into one of the arteries. They went through the artery and warped to the... Not warped, that makes it sound like there was magic involved. You went through the artery.
This is the most mundane of circunstances. There was no magic.
Yeah, so you Mario warp pipe. And made your way to the other side and found a massive meat wall that seemed to prevent as much viscera from entering an old small lab for these 400 years. And while you two were down there, you encountered a strange, what seemed to be a memory playing out again, likely between some man and some woman. And it was a joyous occasion for the woman, but the man seemed unsettled, concerned, and a little bit afraid. And that's more or less where we left off. So, where do we want to start?
I think we should start with a warning to people who possibly weren't here for last
Right.
episode and didn't get the PSA that this next mini arc, or whatever you want to call it, it's gonna have a bit of body horror going on.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be pleasant.
Yeah. There's a fair amount of body horror. I do my best not to go into visceral detail, but like, you know, bad shit's happening here.
Yeah, it's a bit yucky in here.
The detail is literally visceral in nature.
Yes, quite so. Thank you for that warning. That's very important. But yeah, where do we want to start? Because we've still got Redpath and Maze up top. But we've got you two in the basement.
0% that 0% chance Redpath and Maze are doing anything of particular interest compared to dealing with a giant heart. So
fair enough. All right, that was something I should have mentioned. You guys are in a room with a big ass heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn off my circle for a minute so that it's not making it harder to see what all is in here.
Yeah, we could probably pop that back on whenever there's like combat and things of the sort. But yeah. So, yeah, you look around, there's various pieces of alchemical equipment as well as ingredients, some of which is very clearly rotted just from time itself. A lot of the various bits and bobs have kind of rusted to some extent. There are some potions. You're not sure how good they'll be, but there are some.
Wow. This place looks surprisingly undisturbed for the amount of time that's gone by. Seems like that flesh back there is doing its job with intention. I don't know how I feel about all of this. She points at the third rendition of Flesh Man walks over to Flesh Woman.
Flesh Man theater.
Yeah. You guys, a very important thing is like as you're in here, and like any time that you've gotten in the way of this kind of meat theater, it kind of like around you to get to the positions it needs to be. It's never malicious. It might get you a little covered in blood or bits and pieces, but it's never in any way attempting to harm you, such as the case with the Viscera Opera. So.
Well, wanna help me take a look around? This seems awfully important, even before you factor in that she kind of looks around the room. We must be right underneath that tower now. Just to be clear, these like stairs, is it just because the room is kind of split leveled, or
yes.
do these? Okay, so we don't see any way that looks like you could go straight up into the lighthouse.
No.
Okay.
What you see here is basically a divide from a slightly elevated area going downwards to like this little lower area. You also notice there are some cabinets to the north that are filled with various files and documents and books.
Yeah. Well, let's just take a look around to start with.
Okay. If you want,
I feel like there's. She looks over. I feel like there's an elephant-sized heart in the room, but let's see if we can get some.
This elephant's foot. That. What about the elephant's
heart? Yeah. No one ever stops to think about how the elephant feels about it.
Yeah. No. It honestly it starts to get a little mind-numbing to be in this room because.
Yeah.
And it's so loud in this very enclosed room.
I think just gonna start by looking at like, let's just start. I'm by the shelf. Let's look at the shelf.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
As you always say.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so looking through, you can find a variety of things that are standard for any alchemist. And some of the things that do stand out to you is that you do find a couple of smaller jars that are labeled very particularly and just looking at the inside of it, clearly hangman spore trees, or hangman spores, and labeled like plot A-2, plot A-3, and things like that.
Oh, sweet, we found the plot.
Yeah, very much. It took us a while, but we got there. 141. We got there.
We made it, guys. We made it, gang.
And so a lot of them, normally hangman spores have a little bit of sparkle to them. These all look just kind of kaput. If you had to guess, they've just been here for so long that they've just gone inert, or a very real chance that the tree they're connected to is also just dead.
Yeah.
So kind of plop those back. You are able to also find a potion of cure serious wounds.
Gotcha.
So that can be, it's old, so you're not sure how potent or useful it'll be, because the thing you notice is that when you go to like move it, it like it's almost gelatin at this point for how long it's just been sitting there. Could still be useful.
Oh, sweet, thick water.
Like old school medicine, and it's just fucking a brick of cocaine, dude. And you take it, and you're like, whoa!
Yeah, this is even better than I thought.
Let's see, and yeah, that's more or less what you can find over here that stands out as most useful.
Okay. Nash looking at shelf, it looks like.
Yeah,
I'm looking over here at shelves.
Interestingly, yeah, this works out great. So Nash, you're looking through these books and files, and you remember that your common's not stellar.
But like anything that looks like very like well used,
For sure.
and like full of like other file. He's not explicitly looking for oh, can I read that this is important?
Yeah.
Though his common is getting better, but
yeah, and that's the thing is you're able to like spot out some of the words that catch your eye and whatnot, and you do also notice that in the sheath, Scream kind of like pokes out a little bit more. I'll try to read over your shoulder a bit, and if anything catches my eye, I'll let you know. And as you're flipping through, you find very quickly a folder that looks, and you've seen these letters enough just because of the discussions. Something discussing blood harvest. Something talking about revenants, as well as just personal journals. With a 34, the one that catches your eye the most, that's interesting, is you don't need to have any literate capability to understand this. You pull out this folder and open it, and inside are blueprints for how to build a crib. How to build like various little children's toys and things like that. And this seems to be very well kept, despite how old it is.
Nash is going to bring his wordy findings over to Dia, so
you
she
can add those to your
them.
carpenter's spell book.
Oh no, I was thinking that in my head. I was.
Yeah, honestly, if you want,
it's the equivalent of finding scrolls. Oh, found crib. Greater crib.
When you find a new crafting object in an RPG.
Yeah. She'll take a look through whatever ones Nash flagged as like, this seems like it could be important.
Yeah. You take a gander at what Nash has found. Pretty good spotting, because some of these were like kind of hidden amongst, not even like deliberately by any stretch of the imagination, but there's a lot to go through, and Nash did a very good job tracking these down. The Blood Harvest one is very similar to what you found back at the Elysiote Mansion. It goes into very, very deep detail of how to implement it and whatnot. The most important thing that you notice is that this file is much bigger, and it's more like the initial sales pitch, kind of the theory being presented, what you would likely, as an arcane caster yourself, anytime you're like, I'd like to study this, you need someone's money, you have to make a full-on presentation. That seems to be what this was.
So this was their, this is probably written earlier, and rather than being their thesis, this was their grant application.
Honestly, more or less. You do notice that this handwriting is very clearly Meredith Redwood. But you notice that there's, compared to the ones that you found back in the Elysiote Mansion, the best way to describe it is there's a youthful excitement to the way she used to write. When the other one, it looked like she had kind of like a shaky hand, maybe took it a little bit slower, more deliberate. This is like very fast. If you didn't know any better, this looks like a doctor's note for like pages on pages on pages. It'd be hard to read. And yeah, so it's interesting to see its origin point of it all. And you do see that it is signed off for approval by an Astrofel Blackthorn. So not too surprising there. The Revenant one goes into detail of what seems to be her initial sales pitch, which was she wanted to use Revenants to revive soldiers from war. So that, you know, if someone were to lose their life in war, they could be brought back, and it would almost create this tension between the allies and whoever the enemy was that killed them, and be like, hey, listen, you can't stir up shit and get revenge, because if you do, you will lose this family member, all right? We will just force a stalemate and give you the opportunity to see this loved one again. And it's a bold strategy, but in the right hands, it could work, but it's still a hard sales pitch. Blackthorn seemed less enthused by this one, but based on some little doctoral notes from a Parthena and Des Veritas, they seemed very intrigued by the concept.
Yeah, I bet they fucking were.
Yeah, why would they be intrigued by such a notion? There is also amongst the blueprints from Nash, because again, you rolled so high. you do find a very small, what seems to be like a personal journal of Meredith Redwood. And reading through it from the bits you can see, because it's so old. It talks about just her daily life at the academy, how she's been struggling, trying to make friends and things of the sort, because this is, again, the time when religion was really at its peak. And so she was talking about necromancy. How can we use it in the right way? And everyone's like, that's blasphemous. Stop that. And yeah. And a part of that was that it starts talking about how she met this very kind gentleman known as Astrofel. And it kind of, you just see the ramblings of a girl with a crush, quite frankly. And eventually you do see one where she's like, that's it. I'm just going to ask him for the money. Like, very clearly, like, I know he's interested. He's just being coy. I know he's got the money. He's not using it. Like, there was a very, like, can-do, like, all right, we stop beating around the bush. We're just going to get this done. It does also slow down. And at a certain point, you notice that it's almost suddenly that her handwriting becomes the very slow, shaky, and deliberate. Give me a D20. This is a luck to see how much of the page to like help lead up is.
All right, baby, here. Pure RNG.
Are you rolling or shall I, Rube?
What do you think? Who has the heart of the cards right now?
We didn't roll for luck before. We have no idea.
Why don't you take this one? I have faith.
You shouldn't have.
It's hard to tell, but it's very clear that there is a very sudden moment where her handwriting completely shifts. The way that she talks in the verbiage that she uses is all very similar, if not identical, to how she's always written, but how she writes is very clearly like it's strained a little bit and it's more focused, as if to save time and paper.
Yeah, well, being burned at the stake will probably do that to you. Ooh. Good finds, Nash.
Alright.
What is this thing? Some kind of distillery, it looks like.
Yeah, this looks to be a very massive distillery for probably larger batches of a refined product, instead of just the closest to like massive manufacturing as possible. Looking it over, it looks like this one was very specifically designed for, actually, based on what you're doing here, yeah, you're able to determine that this was very clearly a designed to do like restoration potions.
Oh, okay. And is it a distillery in the traditional sense of they're like, you take lower concentration liquid in one and like steam it up to get it to refine out? Does the healing potion concentrate has a higher boiling point than water, so you can
Yeah, it seems like this was a very revolutionary way of doing potions. It's very different. For yourself,
this health potion is 90 proof.
I mean, you yourself know, because I'm not even having you roll. Your intelligence for the alchemy and whatnot is so high anyways. This is a technique that is not used super duper often. It's not to say that it's a bad technique. It just takes more time, but it does have pretty incredible results. And the fact that she was doing it this far back, Meredith was ahead of the curve. So, yeah.
Wish we could have met. Well, let's see. Now is this a gauntlet sitting on the table here? Is it a full actual arm?
It looks to be a not represented here, but it seems to be a pair of really nice leather gloves. I will say that even just looking at it, you do notice that there are runes etched into the base of it, as well as near the palm and fingers.
And it is somehow connected to all of this tomfoolery?
You notice that the veins kind of creep up like vines along the side of the table to then reach inside of it, and you do look inside, and there seems to be the facsimile of meat, but that's really just the starting point for it then to branch out to create the visceral woman. Doesn't seem like it's connected entirely, but it seems like it's, weirdly enough, it looks like it's very gently wrapped around.
Okay. I guess Dia will kind of like tug the glove a little ways and see whether Mito Vision responds in any way, or whether it just keeps playing uninterrupted.
Let's see here. You're able to slightly tug it, and the Mito Vision seems to continue to play as usual.
Okay, she'll go ahead and see whether she's able to separate the gloves from the hunk of meat that's generating the woman.
Yeah, give me a strength check. This isn't very high, but there is like a little bit of like trying to like pull it off.
Oh well, I almost never get to do this. I'll use my augment standard action and give myself a little strength buff before I do this.
Oh.
Wow.
I last used this to improve my throw in Boche.
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 All right. So it'll be this.
Go lie down. Al, go lie down.
Okay. Yeah. There's like a little strain on it, but you're able to pop it off. And when you do, there's a bit of blood that kind of like pours out of it, but doesn't seem to affect the vision as it like starts up once again.
Yeah.
You do notice without the mold of the glove there, the hands of the woman this time are not well shaped, and it kind of makes the scene a little different, but not enough to actually alter it in any facet.
Guess she'll take a look at these gloves with their runes you mentioned.
Yeah, if you want to give me knowledge arcana.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay, yeah, that's high enough still. So you are able to find gloves of storing.
A leather glove. Command: one item held in the hand wearing the glove disappears. This item can weigh no more than 20 pounds, must be able to be held. Oh, okay, yeah. So you can send one small item into hammer space.
Yeah.
Storing or retrieving the item is a free action. Spell durations. Yep. Okay.
You got something in there?
Oh, that's worth checking, I guess. Yeah. Is there something stored in this at the moment?
Yeah, you snap the fingers of the glove, and in your hand appears a bottle. It's corked, and you do notice that there's like a slight kind of like whooshing sound coming from it.
I guess give that an examine as well.
Yeah, you kind of narrow your eyes at it and very gently kind of move it around between your fingers to kind of get a different kind of look at it. Yeah, I figured 24. We could just use that for here too. This is a bottle of air. And by that I mean like it continuously generates oxygen.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you could use this like a rebreather, I guess.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, were her lungs fucked up?
Yeah. With your high intelligence, Dia, and what you saw of Meredith Redwood, she had a hard time breathing.
Oh, dude, this is her inhaler.
Okay. Just gonna note these down. I was trying to grab the description so I could link it in my inventory off of D20 PFSRD, but I got a bad gateway, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah, it's
find
having a
that
problem.
later.
Yeah, it's
Bottle of
having
air.
a struggle.
Yeah. Gloves of storing, bottle of air. Okay.
Yep. Bottle of air, the shortest descriptor that works for it is as long as you like keep it up to your mouth, you can breathe fairly comfortably. The downside is that you have to hold it. Like you can't just like
and you wouldn't easily be able to like speak if you were in a case where you had
Correct.
to keep it in the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. Very clearly this is just meant to help with breathing.
No. And this little potion rack here as well.
Yeah, this old some bitch. This once again, give me an intelligence or do you have craft alchemy by chance?
I sure do.
Okay, yeah, give me craft alchemy because that's more specifically what's happening here.
Boom.
Okay,
Cool.
nice.
Boom.
It doesn't take long to realize that this is once again the development of like restoration potions and things of the sort. You do notice, looking at a couple of these bottles, there was also the attempt for the closest thing you can think of is like a bear's endurance to like boost one's constitution and things of the sort.
Okay. And these are all old and inert, I'm assuming, like
With-
the
with-
hangman's spores.
With a 34, I will let you have your choice of either a bear's constitution, bull's strength, or owl's wisdom as a potion, or a restoration. Actually, would be more accurate.
Yeah, I'll take a restoration if I may.
Yeah, absolutely. You get one little restoration potion.
Restoration, love to see it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only other, so there's also these shelves, I guess, with the pink and blue vials.
Yeah.
For the Redwood Children gender reveal
Gender
party.
You know what? That's funny. Yeah, these look.
No!
No, that's not what's happening. Examining these, the closest thing that you can determine from them is they're not potions used for healing or anything of the sort. They're closer to like cold medicine, but they're very notably flavored.
It's Rusty's cold medicine, cough syrup.
Yeah, it's like like from just sniffing it from what you can because it's old.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cherry. Like some kind of like candy
Bubblegum.
sort of. Yeah, but the closest thing to bubblegum from 400
In
years
this universe, but you know those people in our life love.
They've got
to
all
make
the
bubblegum flavored.
they've got all of the standard dentist's office fluoride flavorings.
Yeah.
You got your bubble gum, you got your watermelon, you got your strawberry. They all taste
Great.
vile.
God as my
Great.
witness, just do mint.
Yeah, honestly.
And then
Yeah.
I guess just real quick, there are also these coffins scattered around. It looks like they're, the map makes it look like they're empty, but is that in fact the case?
They are in fact empty.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna have Nash look our. Not like, oh, I wonder if there's a heart here, but like if there's any.
I wonder if
sign
there's
of,
a heart
like-
here.
No, but any sign of like, because we know Astrofel presumably turned into this, so any sign of the OG part of the OG body down here, you know?
Oh, interesting.
Like,
yeah,
oh,
give me,
was this the place where it happened, or did it happen somewhere else? You know?
yeah, give me a perception check just to kind of like determine some details. 27. Okay. Yeah, examining this, the bits that you do know about this entity and this sort of magic, because you've seen a little bit of it thanks to Marjorie Redwood. You are quite confident that this is not an origin point of Astrofel, but it is clearly connected in some facet, just because you see these veins, they once again go up into the wall and then they disappear inside of it.
Yeah. Basically, I was just looking for, is this ground zero? Answer, no.
Yeah.
Okay. Dia's gonna carefully step around these veins, past this knocked over cabinet and such, circle around here, and yeah, it looks like we've worked through everything else that I can see that looks interesting in here. Unless there's anything you want to call out, Will, that it's like, oh, they'd be able to see this, but it's not really obvious on the map, so I'll call their attention to it. But if there's nothing like that, then it's probably Heart's time.
Yeah, really the only other thing, it's not even that important, is in this cabinet, when you were looking at those various potions, you do also notice that there were cabinets for Maria, Marjorie, Astrophel, and Meredith. And then you also notice that there's one for Patience. And you open it up, and it looks like it's just various prescriptions that she must have made for her own family.
Oh, okay. Is there anything of note among them? Is like, oh,
Yeah,
Their big weakness to gargling.
Maria hates cherry.
Maria is allergic to peanuts.
You can actually find like I guess medical records for each of the family
Oh, sure, yeah.
family members.
I don't give a fuck about their privacy.
Yeah. So looking at Maria, and it's interesting because this is a mother writing about her own child. For Astrophel, it just says, I don't have to worry about him. He's fine. Literally, she's like, I check up on him anyways, but he's totally fine. I don't have to worry about him.
Dads don't get sick.
Dads don't get sick. Maria, it talks about how she's a little concerned of how quickly she can get to anger, especially since the incident. Doesn't go into further detail about that.
Yeah.
Notes that Maria's capability to create and manipulate flesh is very similar, if not on par, with her father. This requires more study and ensuring her own safety. Marjorie. It goes into detail of Marjorie has high anxiety, is a nervous wreck, clearly gets it from me, and talks about how Marjorie will need to continue wearing gloves as she does not have full control over her destructive physiomancy. And then for Meredith, she actually didn't really leave notes about herself. It looks like she's like, I know what's wrong with me.
Yeah, I know.
She left it at
If
that.
you know, you know.
You also get the feeling that she did start taking notes about herself, but probably stopped because of Astrophel, because he was probably reading and double checking on her.
And I don't suppose there's any. Did Meredith, as far as we know, Physimancy originated with Astrophel. Among all the stuff here, did we find any of Meredith's reactions to it in general, like when she learned of it, or notes she made about it in the general? Because it sounds like she, by the time she was writing these, she was clearly familiar with it.
Yeah. Give me. Let's do a perception for that book again, just to see if by chance you can kind of like spot when she started acknowledging. Because again, this is a pretty thick book, and it's also old as hell.
I'll try.
Okay. There is one page that you're able to decipher through where she talks about how it's the most incredible thing she's ever seen. It's on a whole other level. It is its own interpretation of magic. She does not want to qualify it as transmutation because it's not. Transmutation needs a base. Physiomancy doesn't. And that to her is exciting, but terrifying.
Girl, same.
Yeah. And if you wanted to examine this heart, that is going to be a heal check, I think is... Well, it depends on what you're trying to learn.
I mean, I guess studying it just physiologically as a heart probably makes sense as a starting point, and that would probably be heal, which is not gonna be my forte.
Do you need help?
I'm sorry, we left the cleric upstairs.
Okay, I guess, yeah, we could use Red Path for that angle. I guess, you know, Dia will at least examine it to see between the heart and all the veins and such if it appears there's any particular magic lingering that was used to set this up. Cause the way the heart is connected throughout the house and like circulating the blood down here looks more intentional, perhaps, than simply, oh, we randomly grew teeth off of this wall or whatever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, give me with that in mind. Yeah, I'll accept an Arcana because that's more looking at the point of its casting or creation here rather than what it is on a medical level. Okay. So, yeah, you're right. This is far more intentional. If even the heart's placement alone wasn't enough, it's the idea of when you looked up, there were the hands catching blood. There's not much blood in here, despite the fact that just on the other side of that wall is to the ceiling blood. And the fact that there's also this strange memory that keeps replaying, you decide to very delicately kind of like move the heart a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you see it. On the underside of the heart is what looks to be a brain.
Oh.
And you start to look around more, and with a 33, you get the impression the purpose of its presence here is to not forget.
Yike.
Maybe you should just let go, dog. This doesn't seem to be working out for you.
I'll say with a 33 as well, you get the sense that, yeah, there's probably a little bit of like, hey man, you should probably let go, but also no, maybe this is how, like when you did the blood biography, you even got an answer of how they were punished. Like this might be helping maintain his sentience in some facet.
She feels very silly doing it, but Dia's gonna just kind of lay a hand on the heart and kind of like look around the room, because the meat theater only started when we got in here and started interacting with things, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
That's when you noticed it. You're not sure if this has been going on the whole time, but like when you walked in, it wasn't too long after that it started again. You might have popped in between.
In between cycles. Okay. Well, regardless, yeah, she's just gonna look around and kind of quietly say, "Are you aware of our presence here? Is there any way you can communicate?"
Here, let me roll something.
His touch attack.
Haha!
Life drain.
Get owned!
When Dia says that, Nash, you look around as well, and you notice that this scene plays out the same again. But when Dia says it, the head turns, nods, and then the memory just plops again to just meat on the ground.
Oh. Dia. It nodded.
I saw that, but it didn't. She waits just a second to see if anything follows that. But given that you ended your narration there, I'm assuming nothing does.
You watch as the memory plays once again. There doesn't seem to be a follow-up. But there's no mistake that there was a very slight deviance after your question.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't know if
Too many spoons to respond.
Yeah, don't know if can change that much, but can hear.
Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, well, I don't think... She kind of stands up, prestidigitates the blood off of her hands. I don't know that we want to disturb this right now. I don't have confidence whether that would change things for better or worse. So I think we better meet up with Redpath and Maze before anything else. We're yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Out of curiosity, who has the orb of cutscenes? Out of curiosity.
I think,
Dia or
I think that's
Maze?
Dia's
I-
option. It's not
I
in my
ha-
inventory.
Not yours,
I
probably
have it written
Dia.
down in my inventory. Occasionally, I have something in my inventory, and then Oz will be like, "Oh, I very clearly noted down that Redpath was carrying this." And I'm
Oh
like,
no, he
okay,
doesn't
okay."
have the Orb of Cutscenes.
Okay.
Remember?
No,
He
I
doesn't
think
really...
you had it
Yeah,
from getting
yeah.
it recharged at Amaranth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess she has it. I mean, we could try using it down here.
I mean, we did get it recharged with more goo, so...
I will say,
Mhm.
there is this weird thing when you pull out the orb. It's notably brighter than usual.
Brighter.
Normally it's kind of just this dull, kind of grayish white glow, but you're not sure for how long. It seems more vibrant, and it's more vibrant when there's been a lot of death in an area.
That makes sense. I guess she's not gonna turn it on, but thinking to how we used it to confirm that Gladiolus wasn't secretly walking around as a secret skeleton or whatever, she will flip through the channels on her TV just to check, is she able to see, like, out of, let's just say, all of the Redwood family members that you listed, who shows up as a legitimate target here?
Yeah, if you're looking up specifically the Redwoods, Meredith pops up immediately. You do see Maria's name pop up and then flicker and then disappear.
Same for Marjorie, I'm assuming?
No.
No.
Ooh.
Does Marjorie not appear at all, or does she appear and stay?
Marjorie does not appear at all.
Ooh.
Hears and flickers and goes away. Have we ever seen that before?
No.
Girl, what the fuck? Oh.
Yeah, it's this moment of, well, I don't think that's supposed to happen. Huh.
So tempted to just fire it on her and see what the fuck happens. Except, well, I guess if it went away, now we can't. That's interesting that it was there for a second.
Chat is saying it happened with Andrin? Are they
Chat,
right
yeah.
about that, or are they high?
So I think they are right. So with Andrin, it appeared and then flickered and disappeared, and that was that. Maria's, though, it'll appear again and then fade out. Andrin's name did not do that.
Did not reappear after it faded out once.
No, because it was like the
man.
orb realized dead, but like, oh, well, kind of not, and then removed it. But Maria, her name appears, disappears, and then at a random interval, it can appear again.
Seems awfully insistent on the notion that Maria Redwood might just be dead. Don't know what to
Maybe
take
it
from
is.
that. And Astrofel Blackthorn does not appear at all? Question mark.
Astrofel Blackthorn never appears.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he dishouse. We knew that already, but he dishouse.
okay. Yeah, not gonna do this without.
Maybe if we pass the quick time event, we can yank
We
her
can-
soul here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fire this without asking for other people's opinions. Yeah, she'll get on her cell phone and update
Maze.
Maze and Redpath with generally what we found here. So that's pretty much the situation down here. I'm gonna not mess with this thing right now. Do you want to come down and have a look for yourselves, or should we come and meet you upstairs?
I mean, to me it doesn't really sound like we have a way forward if we go down there. We'd just be going down there and guessing.
I suppose. I thought maybe Redpath would have some very wacky little idea to try with this heart.
Well, if Redpath has a wacky idea to try, it's gonna be hard to communicate that while on mute.
Yes, I think Oz is actually is BRB'd for a second.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna assume we're gonna head back up there unless Oz comes back and is like,
mean,
yes, we're gonna.
I mean, you just want to shoot the shit. How are you? How was your day?
Honestly, not too bad. It took a weird turn, like for all of us, but especially down here. But no, this is I have a feeling. Well, yeah, there's a lot of sad history here, but I have a feeling that when we know the full story, there will be a lot of meaning here, and we will be happy that we saw this place.
I mean, there might be meaning. It might also just be miserable tragedy.
Well, things clearly took a turn for Meredith Redwood after a certain point. Can't imagine what that might have been. Well, we confirmed definitely Astrophel Blackthorn is alive in the literal sense. Hello.
Welcome back.
So my wacky idea, I don't have an immediate one. I'm sure I could come up with one, but I do not have an immediate.
Okay.
Alright, need
One
not
that
be
you
done
could
now.
probably
then.
replicate with a different heart in the
heart,
house
yeah.
either way. Yeah.
If there is a core memory down here, I guess we missed that boat for now, unless we want to go back and do fucking 100%.
We can
And you never know.
can potentially come back here later. I mean, we don't know for sure what's going to happen with the house.
No, I got a scroll of detect anxieties. I could use it on the meat.
The meat feels anxious.
And you said also up here by this, just on the other side of this meat wall, where this area
Yes.
of blood, the blood's not circulating so fast, right? Like it's a little more
No,
possible to
not at
just
all,
move
no.
normally.
There's
Okay.
there's still a little tug, but not enough that you
Yeah.
would need to like brace for it.
Okay, Nash. I don't think I need to cling to you or anything, but do you mind? Well, let's just hold each other's hands for a bit so we can't get swept apart. I think we should probably just do a quick check of see if there's anything else down here on our way back up. Do the full circuit. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. I sure hope this thing is a two-way. She'll kind of gently poke and push a little bit to see if it'll.
Yeah, you provide a little bit of pressure, and then not too long after, it forces you out, and you notice once again it slams shut very quickly, like you barely get out,
Well, this is
allowing
immediately
the
more unpleasant.
minimal amount of blood to enter that room.
Okay.
Yeah, you are greeted again with just a mouthful of blood.
Well, over here perhaps. Ugh.
Yeah.
She's just gonna pop into this little cellar here.
Yeah, looks like it was an old wine cellar. Even just a quick cursory glance around, it's kind of hard to read the labels of the bottles because they've been soaking in blood. But yeah, nothing too exciting to report on.
Okay.
If there was wine in here,
Maybe it's all
fucked.
wine. Maybe it's not blood at all.
Ooh, can you imagine if this wasn't blood, it was all red wine? It's like, make me a constitution save, you're getting drunk.
You're getting so tipsy.
Drunk through osmosis. She's gonna take out her mirror again and just try and get a quick peek around the corner in case there's immediate eyeball town here.
So,
No. Oh.
what you see is a little stairwell that goes up.
Convenient
Well-
and also dangerous.
Well, Maze or possibly Red Path, whichever of you I was debating about this. I owe you 5 gold. There is a second staircase leading down to the basement. We're not gonna go up it, I don't think, because there might be eyeballs, bats, and various other things immediately up there.
Yeah, best not to go marching into the unknown right now.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I guess there's only really one, unless we want to directly fight the current through the well, there's really only one way we're getting back to the first set of stairs.
Current really strong. Don't know
Yeah.
if I could with both of us.
No. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Did we actually, like, look in here before?
Not especially.
No, we just kind of glanced over at it.
I bet there's blood over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, look
probably
at all those boxes
right.
you can move.
I will say, even just the brief amount of time that you've been down here, it is probably a safe assumption that anything that was in a wood crate or even a bottle is fucked at this point.
Yeah. So there's no point in going into every little side thing, looking at anything that's wooden, I guess. Then.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll take quick glances in case there's anything that's actually sealed up in like stone or metal or something. But
Yeah.
it looks like that would be the exception rather than the rule.
Yeah. Well, here, what I'm gonna do is, I'll highlight this hallway so you can actually see how far it goes. This is a big basement.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, here, I'll reveal that as well.
Okay, well, we got a little bit before we have to be on mirror duty again.
Yeah, it looks that way. Yeah, guess we'll proceed down here. Yeah, unless some traps go off or something, I think we'll probably just go straight down. It doesn't look like there's anything of interest in here.
No, it's just that uncomfortable, unnerving feeling of wading through this thick blood, and the occasional boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, like shaking your core as you move through. Also reveal that way.
Yeah. Okay. A lot of stuff stashed down here. A lot of could be more alchemical components. I mean, there's probably some mundane stuff here too, but sad to think of everything that must have gone to waste in here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I assume you're peeking around the corner with
Yeah. Just trying not to get immediately eyeballed.
well, that is a wise decision. Let's see here. Actually, let me reveal it like that. Beep, beep, beep.
Ah.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
look
see.
at that! A second set of stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you notice this eye doesn't nearly have the same field of vision to its advantage, just because there's so many little columns in the way.
Columns.
Yeah.
But all the same, still could be a small hazard, because it's also difficult for you to get to it.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to remember what we saw before from when the eye was making saves against its own abilities. It had a good will save and not a good reflex or fort save. Is that right?
That sounds about correct. Yeah, you've kind of gotten the impression that this thing is able to withstand mental attacks because it's an eyeball.
Yeah.
But because it's an eyeball, it can't really move or fortify itself very well.
Mirror trick might be a little trickier here with all these columns in the way. I was also contemplating. I have a glitter dust prepared. I could use to try to blind it, but that is tragically a will save to negate the blindness, so it's not very likely to work.
Also, throwing a glitter dust in goop is probably not going to work.
Oh, we could light up the whole fucking basement. It'll cycle through and it'll just be like
It'll get
blood
everywhere.
Yuck.
Just put microplastics in the man's blood, why don't you?
Mr. Phelps is like, get
First
out.
we try to give him a heart
Oh.
attack, then we put microplastics in him.
Ugh, I
here's
hate
the-
the young people.
Now, when we're this far south, how is the current now?
It's definitely picked up a little bit. If you were considering riding the current, it would certainly help you move quickly, if that is something you were interested in.
I'm mostly curious whether any of these like, let's say this crate that's like missing the top, things like this, are they still heavy enough that they're just sitting on the floor? Are they at all getting pushed along by the current?
Some of the crates move a little bit, but the reason they haven't left yet is because they keep on getting caught on something, or the weight of another box that is heavier is in its way, or there's just straight up a pillar.
My guy's
Okay.
got so much plaque in his veins.
Hey, I've got a silly idea. Dia sizes up this barrel.
Ha!
You,
Oh
you
my
think we
God.
can? You think we can roll through?
Yeah?
Huh?
Can you fit in one of these?
I don't know. Have to
Actu-
be big one.
Actually, if you can't, I have a spell for that.
Oh.
Are these barrels even, like, any good after soaking in blood for 400 years?
I don't know.
Right.
We can test it out. She can whack the side of this barrel a little. Does it just crumble, or is it? Is it
It's not
serviceable?
like strong structurally, but it could probably serve its purpose for a short trip.
I see you've given us mood appropriate music.
Yeah, you're welcome. You might be in a basement full of blood, but like, this is stupid.
Oh, actually, what am I thinking? We don't need to roll. I was originally thinking the crates, if they were light enough that they could just get pushed along, but we don't necessarily need that. She'll kind of pick this one up, flip it over, and see if we can she solid snake
Oh
this.
my god!
What the fuck do I have you roll for this? Let's
Oh
see
my
here.
god! I mean, I definitely could. Like I have freedom of movement, so I can just like freely
Yeah.
solid snake crawl.
Yeah, if your mission is to avoid being spotted or draw too much attention, I would say a stealth check is
So
probably
my from what we've observed so far, it appears that whether the eyes can affect whatever they can make direct visual contact with.
Mhm.
So it appears to me, from what we've seen so far,
Sure.
that if we are blocked by something opaque around our bodies, that it shouldn't be able to affect us.
Yeah.
Even if it knows we're there, it seems like it has to actually be able to, like, get a direct line of sight to us.
You feel confident in that assumption, and especially because Nash could even bring up that's what he did with the table. And
Yeah.
the only reason that didn't work perfectly is just because there were a lot of cracks in it.
Yeah.
But it did
Yeah,
help
no.
a lot.
Dia's gonna... Nash, can you help me with your expertise? Find the crate that's in the best
We
shape.
gotta find the best
Give,
condition
give me
crates here.
carpentry.
Hell
me
yeah,
carpentry.
motherfucker.
What's in the best condition? None of them.
They're blood, dear.
Soggy.
All right. Yeah, you're able to find a couple of crates that should work pretty well. I will say, even with that roll, you're able to find one for you. It will be a little snug just because you are a big guy. But yeah, you could probably make it
Oh my
happen.
god, this is so stupid. I love it.
So the best way to describe Nash right now is the barrel goes over your head, but then it's like cartoon character little feet at the bottom, and you kind of gotta waddle. But because
It's like
of freedom,
that Mario Party minigame.
it is.
Oh
But because of freedom of movement, it's really fast. It's very unnerving, honestly. Nash instantaneously becomes a strange little cryptid creature.
Dia's gonna just find a crate that she can drape over her body so that she can just kind of crawl directly on the floor and shove it forward as she goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
All right, team stupid.
I wonder what they're doing down there.
Something cool, I bet.
Something daring?
Incidentally, out of character, I'm really sorry, Oz, and I forgot that we had to get back out of the basement and we were on the wrong side. I didn't think we'd have a whole odyssey, which was just Rube and
Do
I.
you think Red Path and Maze have had any meaningful conversations while waiting?
I'm-
No.
I mean, they've definitely been talking about something. Not
Something.
sure what. Yeah, no, it's fine. You guys can have your Odyssey down here because I can say confidently the situation down here wouldn't be greatly improved with the addition of one Maze
Two more
Myers.
fools.
Like,
Okay, do we need to make some sort of check to shuffle through this room?
Thanks to that nice carpentry roll, and you are just correct in the way that these little entities work with your knowledge together. No. You
Oh,
just
man,
scoot
that's
on by
so
them.
fun. The eye is just fucking glaring at us the whole time, but can't do anything.
Yeah, no. So it's interesting. Every time this creature does like a flash, you get the feeling that like the blood is reacting a little bit, but there's so much of it that it is able to kind of tank it a bit. And yeah, you guys just scoot on by. I will say that to the east of you, you do notice that there is
more
this little
stairs.
another stairwell.
3 of them, Dia.
3.
Damn it, now I owe them 10 gold.
I will say with this one, you can actually tell as you're walking through here that this stairwell seems to go up and outside.
Oh,
So we
interesting.
could, What do you think?
I think
It is still pretty far away.
better not to chance it, because there could be more eyeballs that can see to parts of the outside. I think if we get too fancy, we are potentially risking a 2-person combat. And even though I think the 2 of us could handle it, that would be yet more time with Lamp and Oz not getting to play.
Here, I'm just revealing shit. You guys can move pretty quickly at this point,
Okay.
quite frankly. You are, and I'm just gonna start revealing more of this
Yes,
basement.
just stop us and let us know if something is
Changes.
immediately happening.
Something is immediately happening. Absolutely. You feel very confident that if there are other eyes down here, they can't do anything to you with your little Metal Gear Solid trick. Let me just. Oop.
Nash, have you ever felt like the cleverest motherfucker alive?
Now I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you guys are able to make your way back up into where Red Path.
Red
and-
Path.
Okay, but do we
His
come up
spoon.
in the crates and barrel?
Yeah, he readies
Yeah, you
his
do.
spoon like, ew, what is that? What is that? It's moving.
Yeah.
Oh.
Actually,
I hear scraping. I think she lifts up the edge of the crate a little. Yep, we're clear. Flips it off.
Ew.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
come
that's
up
disgusting.
fucking
Kinda
soaked.
tight,
Oh my god.
squeeze.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
oh.
exactly what you should have expected. You knew where we were going. Shakes off, starts prestidigitating. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oof.
Here, probably,
Prestidigitation's not gonna get rid of all that smell. I'm gonna need to wash this stuff real fierce.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Oh
I
my
think-
god.
I think the conversation point Maze was having with Red Path was, do you think Fez would be like okay knowing half the things Dia gets up to, like swimming in blood?
I imagine as long as she cleans herself thoroughly, maybe.
Yeah, but like she did it with such gusto, and then she comes back.
Well, maybe that's what Fez likes. Maybe that's the charm point for her.
Yeah, I assume you use prestidigitation,
Yeah.
so you guys get
Here,
cleaned
give me
up.
a second, Nash. You got, with the fur, it's a little, there's more places for it to hide.
Oh god.
Well,
Okay,
good news, not probably gonna have to go back down. Explored, like, all of it.
yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff stashed down there, but 99% of it's ruined from, 4 centuries of soaking in blood.
I'm gonna say that I was 99% right about that then.
Yeah, also, she takes out, I'm gonna actually deduct it from my inventory. 5 gold each of you. There were 3 separate sets of stairs going to, oh my god, I only had 15 GP, I'm down to 5!
Here, sends a Venmo request for the last 5 gold.
No!
There's a transaction cost. Can you cover that? Like, it's only fair.
Well, guess what? Red Path now has an entire. How much did you give us?
5
each.
whole gold.
Red Path has 5 gold now.
That's
You
right,
spent
you-
literally all of your money? How?
Yes. He
How did
has
you
a savings account at home.
Yeah, to put in perspective, Red Path does the Pokemon Gold and Silver of sending money to his parents all of the time.
That makes
Nope.
sense.
The only
Good
difference is
son.
that his parents don't buy stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure they do, but not with his money. Anyway, so
yeah.
did you Did you learn anything really solid down there? I guess you would have relayed it if you did.
Yeah, I feel
Well-
like, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much as you heard. It's some context clues at least, and if we need to find the hearts for whatever reason, well, we know where one of them is now, but I don't want to just start messing around with it and hoping it'll somehow improve the situation. I think we need more information first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, honestly, we've learned 2 separate ways to try and cheat those eyeballs now, so I think we're better prepared there.
Oh, that's nice at least.
Mm-hmm. How have you guys been doing? Not too many bad attacks, I hope?
No, just the one.
Yeah, we got jumped once, but I think if they fail a third time, they will probably just officially stop bothering us.
Learn their lesson. That would be nice. She kind of looks up, like, to the north. I'm trying, in my head, I'm thinking through where those stairs must be. Ah, well, here's one.
Yeah, that did have a danger of eyeball popping out of here somewhere.
Definitely,
and sniping
yeah.
us, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I stand by that decision. Well, onwards and upwards then, I think. There wasn't any way up into the lighthouse from the basement, even though we were directly under it. I mean, there isn't one currently. Redpath could change that if we really needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? I wasn't paying attention.
Just
I was
pondering.
saying, if we can't find a way into that tower, we know of a safe place we can, you can drill upward through, as it were. But hopefully it won't come to that. I don't know what will happen if we start monkeying with supporting structures in this house of flesh.
I imagine it'll
I
start bleeding.
Yes, I feel like it would be a very bad idea to mess with any level of structural integrity past, pulling up a single floorboard, because that would be the equivalent of flaying somebody, you would think.
I mean, it's probably a little bit more cellular than that, but yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, well, the basement was my idea. If someone wants to lead the way, I'll follow. There's still this, did we ever actually look in here past where this guy jumped us the first time?
No, not really.
not especially. No, I mean, I think at the time that Maze and Redpath have been here, you guys could have probably poked your head in just to peek.
Yeah.
And you can confirm that this is a wild berry bush.
Yeah.
And there's like bits and pieces of what looks to be a break room for helpers and things of the sort.
But nothing super interesting, I imagine.
No, nothing really grabbed your eye.
Alright.
Okay, well, do you think we should make our way into the main hall/foyer area?
Could do, yeah.
That seems like a
There's a lot
likely
more-
spot for there to be a way to the upper floors.
Okay, well, there's a pit of acid out there, so I suggest we go around.
Yeah.
There's also, if I recall correctly, there's, where that whole hallway is in plain view of the same eyeball that got us originally.
Well, yeah, but we can own him now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it's
suppose
just
if we want to check out anything down there, we can try and take care of that thing first. Have you seen any more of those deer? We encountered some rather larger ones downstairs.
No.
Just more handymen.
Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah, do you want to do it the old-fashioned way? I can also make you invisible, Maze, if you want to go up and just get the eye.
Alright, sure.
Might not be a terrible idea if you wanted to make a quick check around while invisible too, since you'd be less prone to just blundering into the path of an eyeball we don't know is there. But your call. She'll cast invisibility. So
Yeah,
that's,
I won't say no to an invisibility.
Okay.
I'm just checking how many things do I have on my echoing rod before I've used it up for today. It has... Okay, yeah. Yeah, she'll cast invisibility and she'll just let that one be used up.
Sure. All right. Well,
Cool.
can I just do a little hop, skip, and a jump over the acid puddle?
Yeah, I don't see why not. You know it's there.
Yeah, I know it's there. It's not like a major obstacle. All right.
Okay.
Just
Are
be-
you...
Just
Oh,
be
yeah?
careful, though. It's pretty likely that there are things other than eyeballs that might not be fooled by invisibility, since we don't know what all's around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at me telling someone else to be careful. That's character development.
So, interesting thing. The eye whips to you, Maze. But it doesn't instantly do a flash. It seems to know you're there, but doesn't seem to fully process it. It's like it's confused by your presence.
Oh, does it have like heat seeking or something?
Well, I will not make its job easy for it. Let's do a little zigging, a little zagging. You know how it is. Keeper corpse.
Yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. So you move like that, and the body fully stands up.
Oh.
Let me know if this hits you.
Don't forget, he may, unless he has, he could, given the situation, he might have some kind of, blind sense or whatever, but theoretically, if he's relying on sight at all, he should have a 50% miss chance.
And that will certainly hit me. Even if I'm not caught flat-footed, you've done the legwork.
So, no, he's not going to get that. I won't let him get that much on you. So, you suddenly feel this sword slam into your leg and get pulled out to the side. And you notice that on impact, there is suddenly a burst of pain as you see, you can't really see this, but you can feel the veins turn black around the leg. And it's an immense amount of pain. On top of that, you notice that just beneath this suit of armor, blood pours out of every possible seam in it as it's standing up, and it takes you notice that it takes some damage. That's not for you. It is specifically for it.
That's nice. Can I poke this eyeball?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's fucking go for it then. I think it'll be impressive if I manage to miss, but it's always possible. Not today.
No, that'll 100% hit.
All right. Beep. Beep.
Good sneaks. Good sneaks. Let's see here. That is all together. Big strong brain go. Yes, that is how much. Excellent. All right. Actually, I'm a dumbass. I need to check something.
Sure.
You are invisible. I am a big fool. D100. No, he's not going to hit you then. My apologies. Give your health back. I didn't mean to fuck you over. That's on me. I was focused on what this guy could see and how he would react. The movement and things, there's some weird bullshit going on between these two, so it detects, but he wouldn't actually be able to get that shot on you then. So he still takes that damage on himself. But yes, that's on me. But yeah, no. You are still in a very precarious situation here. What would you like to do?
Well, if I could just keep attacking the eyeball, I sure would like to.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say you get a full attack. You've been able to stand here for a bit.
Sure.
Yes.
All
Oh
right.
my god.
Damage. Do I still get sneak attack? I would imagine so. It's a part
You
of the
do.
first attack. Yeah.
Good sneaks. Yeah. And with that hit causes the eye to kind of rupture and just kind of pour out its bits and bobs out onto the floor.
Gross.
This Keeper Knight, kind of gets up to its full height. It has a bastard sword that it's just dragging along the ground, and it's now that the eyeball is gone, you notice it just kind of loses track of you entirely.
Oh, that's quirky.
And also, because that was regular invisibility, it does break now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, if that's the case, then becoming visible, it now can just see you. So
Sorry
yeah.
to snitch on you.
No, it's okay. I had assumed that was known, and he could only see through the eyeball.
Yeah. So he will go for a schwing at you.
Sure. Ah, God, you're rolling numbers, aren't you, guy? Yeah, that'll get me.
All right.
Plus 17 is quite a healthy attack bonus, also.
All right. So 22 damage, and this time
This time
it
the
kinda-
narration does happen.
Yeah, it gets you in the leg. You feel this poof, burst of pain. Blood pools out onto the ground. He will take another 3 damage, as even more blood has started to spill out onto the ground. All right. So we're more or less in an action sequence here. So what would you like to do with this fine boyo? As once again this sword is being dragged along, and you can hear it now. There's like this undulating sound, and the helmet looks like it's barely hanging on, and one of the arms is far longer than the other. Something's not right here.
Something isn't right here. Well, I'll relish this rare opportunity to disarm it and then try and run back to my friends.
Absolutely, give me a disarm. It has a very notable, I think that's gonna 100% work. Let me just double check to be certain. Yes, yeah, no. So you're able to magnetize this gruesome bastard sword out of their hand. What do you just hang on to it? Do you just like throw it down the hall? Like, what do you want to do with this now?
I'm not telegrabbing it. I'm just like snapping it out of his hand with my
Yeah.
spike chain, which because I have improved disarm means it's gonna go flying in a direction.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This direction.
Yeah, so you're able to. You see the sword impale the wall. Actually, I need to roll something for that.
Oh no!
No, the tree!
We impaled Grandpa!
The sword hits the wall. Yes, that'll for sure do it.
No!
Oof. It hits the wall, and you see with the meat that is present in there, all of it turns a solid black and then violently ruptures in blood. The entire house begins to shake.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, see ya.
What's going on? What did you do?
5, 6. I disarmed a guy. It might have launched into a tree, though.
Oh my god.
The
What do you
tree.
mean a guy?
I mean a Kai, like a keeper. You know, shambling corpse. It's the state we see keepers in most often in these kinds of places.
Oh, this is unlikely. Can I get an acrobatics check from you, actually?
Okay.
Is it slippery?
It's slippery. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You lose your footing for just a fraction of a second, but you're able to grip the wall and pull yourself past the creature and run past it as it very slowly reaches up and pulls the sword out, drops it to the ground, and just starts dragging it behind it as it walks towards you.
It's fine. Like, this is probably nothing I can't handle, but I also don't want to be caught with my pants down, you know?
You want to lure him in here and we get him?
You know, he'll probably walk through the acid after that stunt, so yeah.
Yeah, no, so you see...
I walked my keepers into the acid.
It gets to here. That will absolutely provoke the acid that drops down, so it will get a reflex save.
Why is Dia standing here? Nash should be standing by the door.
Get him!
Get him! As the stomach acid falls on top of it,
Whoa.
takes another...
5d8. Yikes.
Yeah, it's not good. 20 more damage, kind of as you see the body. Oh, actually, it also leaks more blood because it's just more damage.
That's just how it does.
All right. And it gets here, and I mean, it's a dumb creature. It walks in and it sees Red Path. It's just gonna go for a walk up and try and smack him.
Yeah, sure. Probably not at this point. Let me see.
Ooh,
Got my
okay.
+2 to AC. Nope, doesn't hit me. Just barely.
Okay.
All right, get him.
Alright, yeah,
All right, yeah, that'll absolutely hit. My apologies. I realized I had a role to play there.
It's all good, my man. It's all good.
I realized I wasn't just getting him for nothing.
Let's see here. That's 38. Oh, yeah, another really healthy swing on this boyo. I need to check on something. Yep, nope, that all is correct. Yep. It's still standing. You notice that?
Fire
Oh, yeah.
my wand of magic mist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eh.
All right, I will.
Does
Give
that
it-
get him?
That's my contribution.
No,
Do I
it's still
wanna
up.
inflict-
Don't worry,
I'm
I'll
gonna
get him.
inflict some wounds on him.
Are you?
I mean, I can get him
Yeah,
without
let's
a.
get-
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
literally won't cost a spell. It's
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, let me
okay,
let
I
me
got-
take this.
I've had this wand since the beginning of the game, and I've only used 13 out of 50 charges, so I'm less concerned about expending the. All right, never mind.
Okay, alright.
All
Do we
right,
need
so
to even roll that?
Oh,
He's
juice for
exploded.
us?
Oh,
that's gonna be our viscera.
I mean, he is getting splattered, so like.
Come
Yeah.
get
Oh
y'all
my god.
juice.
Come
Yeah,
fuck this.
that hit. Oh god, this is gonna be so fucking much. Uh-huh. And that's a crit, baby. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Nash
Oh, yeah.
Crit City, this dungeon.
Yeah, no. So you bring this sword down on it once again, and it cleaves through the metal, and it just bisects this piece of armor. And when the armor is split open, you can see there is just meat. It's just like loose skin, no bones, and very importantly, it still has the like consistency of meat. It's not like the satyrs that are just blood. This is just muscle. And it just crumples to the ground.
Oh,
This place is disgusting.
yeah, this is pretty not great.
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna find creatures that are made of all bone. Except that's not even very original compared to this. That's just called a skeleton.
Everybody's
Get
got
some new
one.
tricks, Blackthorn.
I can't believe today's the one day I didn't take Bone Shaker. Holy
Well, these
shit.
guys mostly don't
These
have
guys
bones.
don't have them.
I think it
so it's
actually
probably
might
a
not
good
work.
thing.
Okay.
Well, I dealt with that eyeball, so
Okay. Well, we
What?
might as well take a look around then.
mind the puddle.
And I guess we should probably still stick together though, in case more bats or satyrs or gods only know what else comes shambling along.
Let me see. I'm wondering if I can use my ghost fishing gloves again just to check and see what the bugaboos are doing upstairs.
Yeah. And I'll say, because you guys have spotted this acid pool well enough at this point. Actually,
Oh.
if you're passing through this doorway, I need an acrobatics check.
Oh. Okay.
Because of all the blood.
Is it all the blood?
I guess that's fair.
Okay. Wow, that's your acrobatics? Holy shit.
I
You have flips?
I just put I just put ranks in it.
And this macro is wrong. That should be 19, not 15.
24.
And
I was gonna say, I was
actually-
like, that's weird.
Yeah, no, it should actually be even higher than that still, because my boots give me a bonus to jumping specifically. I'd love to tell you how much, but the PFSRD does not want to tell me.
That's all right. I trust you.
Probably
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
+2.
I think it's plus
No,
5,
it's
actually.
it's a once
Oh.
per day for those thingaroos, so.
Okay. Yep,
I
you're
think
able.
maybe we should go the maybe-
Yeah, let's go around.
Let's go around.
let's go around, Nash. Here, you go first.
Okay. Watch out for bats.
He holds on to the fur on the back of Nash's like neck just to like pull him out.
You, gross.
Yeah, you're able to avoid the blood a little bit better and scoot on through.
Yeah, I'm not chancing a stupid acrobatics check of 1 on a known acid pool.
Yeah. Dia, you walk in here. This looks to be just a small guest room. Not a whole lot of meat in here, but there is a lot of overgrowth. Probably just kind of the wandering woods starting to reclaim a part of it.
Well, I would make a perception check, but I think we both know that would be largely a formality. So she'll just. Oh,
Hey, what are you looking at?
Maze, you look around. There's not a lot to see in here. There's a couple of old paintings, but they've kind of starting to get that overgrowth on them as well, and just being damaged by either roots bursting through or blood that's just starting to seep from various parts of the wall.
She'll poke her head in here. Not gonna walk into the room with this acid right here, but to see if it looks like there's anything other than, yep, it's a fucked up room.
Yeah. No, once again, it looks like it's just another little guest room of sorts.
Most of what we're dealing with is fucked up rooms.
Yeah. You do notice that what was here initially seemed to have been stairs, but it is
collapsed.
Uncomfortably, it's collapsed, and there's a lot of meat as well as roots and vines kind of coiling it up. It's impassable. Redpath, what are you looking at?
I'm looking at this goblet.
Yeah, you pick it up. You notice that it's got some runes on it and things of the sort. It's
I think he wouldn't have picked it up if he knew there were runes on it. He would have inspected it from afar first.
Sure. What are you gonna try and study it with? Are you gonna do like a knowledge arcana? Are you gonna?
I have a detect magic.
Okay. You detect magic on it. It flickers a bit of necromancy and transmutation.
Huh.
Fun.
Let me think, what would that even be for?
And this is where the tree started
He is gonna
bleeding.
reach out and touch it.
Ooh.
Can you touch it?
Yeah.
Okay. It rolls a little bit, nearly falls off the shelf, but besides that, nothing happens.
He'll take it.
Okay.
What seems to be the liquid in it? Is that blood? Is that a wine stain?
What seems to be the problem, officer?
It does look to be blood, but it's like this blood in particular looks dried and old.
Okay.
We'll add one runic goblet. Can I study that with anything else then?
Knowledge arcana. Knowledge religion would actually work here as well.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me see. Do I have any pluses on that right now? No. Religion.
Religion.
A 5.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be enough. So you are able to find this. Larota's goblet. Yeah.
Lord's God of a curious combination necromancy transfusion in previous.
Trade health, so you take this much damage, 3d6 or 7d6 to...
Depending on the spell you want.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
That's very good. That's
There is an important note at the bottom of it's safe to use once per day. Of course, they could use it again, but one shudders to think of the cost.
Okay, cool.
One shudders. The gargoyles.
The gargoyles.
Is this
The
tree still
Rota's
bleeding?
goblet. It looked like it was... No, it couldn't be.
Looking at this tree, it doesn't seem to be bleeding itself, but like the wall where that sword was pierced into, that was bleeding a fair amount.
Can you pop that up for me again, please?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I gotta copy it again.
Boop, boop, boop. Can you see it?
Thank you. Yep.
Cool.
Thank you.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
it here. Just not at all.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that this place is generally gross, but also the constant looming threat of death rays and spectral assassins doesn't fill me with a lot of joy.
I just think it's sad.
It can be many things.
Alright, well, should we make our way inside down the main hall or scoot around the edge outs? I feel like
I
outside's
actually-
more dangerous.
Yeah, I think if we're inside, we'll actually have more opportunities to find cover from eyeballs. Considering what happened with me just getting shot through the window the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is Nash back?
I don't believe just yet, so I can move
drag.
him.
I drag.
You can control him? Okay, I will leave him in your hands then.
Step away.
Yeah, we can all move, Nash.
Yeah.
We can all lift together.
And you're once again. I'm not gonna have you roll an acrobatics here because like there's
can-
no
Nash has
danger
freedom of
immediately.
movement.
Yeah,
He
we can
has
just.
freedom of movement. I will hold
Yeah.
on to him.
Yep.
we can just,
And
like,
you guys are
switch. It's
avoiding those stomach acid.
Yeah.
yeah.
It keeps pouring out and bleeding or melting through the carpet and stone and wood. Yeah,
He
you,
is just gonna take a cautious peep down here. This is you said this is an actual body, right? It looks a little
Yeah.
statue-y, but
yeah. But aside from that, nothing catches your eye immediately.
the eye catches you.
Oh! Oh! Yeah, no, it seems to be safe from what you can tell. I will actually also reveal a little bit more for you because you can actually like see down the hall. Actually, you would have this line of sight. I'll reveal. It's not like incredibly useful, but you can tell it's like, oh, this must be like the main entryway or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A tree.
Oh, it's the chandelier that Masquerade used to try to kill us.
I tried it out 400 years ago. I didn't get anybody.
I've been cooking.
Been in the
I
tank a
knew.
long time.
4 centuries from now, oh, I'm gonna fucking hate those people.
Yeah. It's a uncomfortable feeling walking through. You can hear like the creaks from the wood in the walls that are trying to almost push back on the meat that's pushing through. There is the like again that doo-doom, doo-doom, and you're noticing that it's getting louder and louder as you approach the main entryway.
He is just gonna take a quick peek in here.
Yep.
Just chair and cabinet. Anything
Yep.
of consequence?
Nope, nothing
Okay.
too exciting. Yeah, I'll be very candid with you. There's a lot of rooms that you'll look in and be like, nothing in there.
Yeah,
Yep,
it
figured.
sucks here. There's no treasure.
There might be some.
We have found
There's no
multiple
treasure.
treasures.
You just got like.
There's
Yeah.
no treasure.
I'll say this. So far, all the treasure we've found has had corresponding map assets and not had to be materialized by making a search check in an otherwise innocuous-looking room. But,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so this is
May.
allegedly a body. Yeah.
Yeah, so you get down and examine it. This is entirely made of collagen or
Oh.
bone. It is, and you see that where it's snapped, there's nothing. It is just bone and marrow.
Oh, I take it back. That's a little more interesting than your garden variety skeleton.
Doesn't look like it was any more effective, though.
Oh, that's disgusting. But you can make a mean broth with that, though.
This might have been a man.
Dissolve that in a slow cooker. Good eating for weeks.
Let's see. I'll also reveal because Maze would probably have an angle on this at this point.
A ball!
You can hear a rubber ball bouncing. Doom, doom, doom. And you notice that there are 4 arms from like the elbow up that are like
They're
glowing
playing
out of
Foursquare.
Aww.
Yeah, Maze holds up a hand to stop everyone. It sounds like they're balling.
What the fuck
They-
do you mean? Who are they? What?
They are in fact bawling, and it's unnerving. You can hear like chittering and laughter coming from them.
Ow.
And
Did the arms have mouths? It's entirely plausible here.
in the palm of the hand, you do notice that there is like a small mouth. It's kind of off center a little bit, and yeah, no, it looks bad. It's uncomfortable to look at as they just continue to toss this ball back and forth.
This
Yes.
sucks, man.
Yeah,
this sucks.
some severed hands are playing ball. I guess we're gonna interrupt them ever so slightly. Maybe they won't mind.
I hope not.
Before I get too comfortable, though, Mace like lightly taps this man with his foot. It's like, you're not gonna reanimate, are ya?
Yeah, you tap the head and it boom, just kind of rolls away.
Good.
Yeah, no, you're quite confident that whatever consciousness was there is gone.
It's gone. The lights are
just,
out upstairs.
Just a quick look down at this thing. Does this look like it was shaped with, like, that it was made the way you, with like a create undead kind of thing? Or is this like physiomancy? I just decided to sculpt a man entirely out of bone? Like, is it at all clear what the origin was here?
Give me an Arcana check if you're looking for that sort of a specific answer.
I'm curious, because there's no obvious purpose to why this thing is here.
Okay. Looking at it, you think back, because you're a smart person, you notice that's line of sight. You think the eye might have spotted them?
Oh, the bone thing. That's what happens when you get boned. Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Poor bastard. Probably just trying to smash and grab some valuable... How did someone get all the way here through the wandering woods only to die like this? That's just sad.
I mean, looking at them, what's left, they do appear to be kind of elvish, fey in nature. So there's very real possibility that it was some creature that is just naturally found in the wandering woods and went, hey, I could try it, and then got.
Yeah, try it. I dare you.
See what happens, loser. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I reveal as much as possible. There we go.
All right. Well, do the hands care that I'm in here?
Yeah. So you come walking on in here, and you notice that this hand throws the ball over here, and then it looks over. Guess. And all the hands spin to turn at you.
Toss me that pigskin?
They all look to one another, and they bounce it. And they all look very expectantly like, we can't get that.
I know, may as well pick it up and bounce it to this hand.
Oh, if you did that and they tossed you the ball and then you just walked away with the ball now out of their reach, that'd be like minus 50 alignment points in a BioWare game.
Yeah. As you're getting closer, Maze, you notice on the back of the hand for a couple of them are these twitching little wings.
Huh? Oh, those are fairies!
And the hand catches it. Thanks. And then they toss it back over here. They throw it over here, and then they once again bounce it your way.
Yeah, we can keep the cycle going.
No, you throw it right back, and this one, come on, guys. Yeah, and then they throw it back down. And the one that you've been throwing to most often, this one kind of turns back. So, what brings you here?
We were looking to speak with the master of the house, but that seems difficult.
Oh, yeah, I was talking. Throws the ball back. Yeah, we haven't seen Blackthorn ever. And they bounce the ball back and forth once again. We just play.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna keep making conversation.
Did you live here before you became, kind of gestures vaguely, this, or were you visitors to the house originally?
This hand dribbles a couple of times. I don't remember. Been a long time. Playing for a while. And they just keep tossing the ball back and forth.
Okay. Well, you seem to be enjoying yourselves well enough, so I guess it all worked out for you.
Yeah, it's hard to say if that's how this panned out.
Yeah, May's side eyes the edge like, I would literally never say that, actually. This seems like torture. But he
Ball is thrown back to Maze.
yeah, tosses it back. I don't suppose you'll have any problems if we use these stairs, will you?
They kind of look to one another.
No, not at all. It'd be nice if they got some use. Have fun.
And they just keep throwing the ball back and forth.
I don't think
know
we'll be
we-
able to have as much fun as you guys.
I don't know if that'll be possible, but we should try our best. Speaking of fun, I know going upstairs is probably the right overall direction, but can't help but notice we got a little library situation over here. There could actually be information in there. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, she kind of squints through the part that she can see. It looks like those books are actually in reasonable shape, not covered in blood at least.
Well, you're gonna have to walk through their very rigorous game of catch.
Oh,
if you want
I'll
to.
very politely make sure to stay out of the way. I don't want to mess up legitimate sport. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna.
Yeah,
Ooh, kind of crams herself along the edge here.
Yeah, they just keep playing catch back and forth. As you get here trying to squeeze in, can I get a reflex save?
Ah,
Yeah.
cool. Sure.
You're gonna get ball tossed, idiot.
I can't believe it. I'm being corduroyed by my own children.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to squeeze on through just as the ball is coming on by. You do not bump into them as they continue to play their game.
Ooh, okay. You haven't seen anyone else come through here recently, have you? Just out of curiosity? I guess not, based on your reaction.
They kind of stop for a moment.
What's recently?
Yeah, honestly, they're just like,
Redpath will take that pause to squeeze past so he's not in the way of ball.
yeah. I will say it's still playing, so I will need a reflex save anyways.
Okay.
Because
I literally have no idea if the consequence for failure is like the ball dinks off your ankle and you embarrass yourself, or if it's like the ball is secretly a sphere of annihilation.
Yeah. You're able to just barely squeeze on by as the game continues. This one catches the ball and dribbles it a couple of times and thinks,
There were metal men. There were the metal men. They did not speak with us.
and bounces the ball back and forth. And you get the feeling the metal men was likely keepers of some
Yeah.
variety.
Did they?
Also makes you realize these keepers saw this shit and went, "It's ghosts!"
Did they speak with you, or I guess not? Like, were they scared? Like, what happened?
They kept to their own. Didn't want to play. That's fine. More catch for us.
Yeah, those guys sound like squares.
I'm impressed. If you can't move to get the ball, I just wanted to call out how actually astoundingly impressive it is that you've been doing this for, I'm assuming, several centuries, and you have never flubbed a throw and had the ball roll away and been unable to get it back.
There was an incident. One time!
And they continue to throw it back and forth.
I like genuinely am really invested to know what they did, but I feel like there are more important things.
You know, if you ever get tired of ball, you can try improv.
Oh my
They
God.
stop and all turn to you.
What's that?
And one of them, clenches their fist but points a finger straight up.
I think I remember this. Remember the theater?
They all gasp,
The theater.
and they all turn back to you.
All right, gang, I'll teach you about improv. You see, the goal of improv is to yes and you may continue looking for books.
Yeah, just gonna take a look around in here for valuable or plot relevant things.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Were there
Just
ever
kind
a
of-
room that was promising, it would be this one.
+2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess +2 on mine for what it's worth.
Okay.
Oh.
Digging through, really the things that you are able to find that seem kind of odd considering this mishmash of things. A lot of children's books. It looks like this might have been more of a little family gathering area, and things of the sort. You do notice, while not in large patches, there are also wild berry bushes that are growing around here. Not a whole lot with those rolls, unfortunately. So, yeah, this isn't nearly as fruitful as a workshop or a lab as
Yeah,
previously
Riptide
discovered.
just has like a sour face on his look since they saw those little hands because he's reminded of, playing catch with his sister. And then this room is like, oh, this was a family room. This was a nice place, but now this place is just it's fucking miserable.
It just sucks here.
It's a bad place. Like nothing about this place is good.
Are they momentarily distracted by Maze telling them about improv? Do I have a chance to slip by without fucking up the game?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
Maze, by talking to them about improv, they are fully enraptured, so you will not need to worry about
I'm genuinely terrified that this is an optional combat encounter. If you fuck up their game even slightly, they try to kill you.
Yeah. They listen very. Do you have like perform improv as a skill?
I don't have
think we-
perform improv as a skill, believe it or not.
You do have perform comedy.
I do have
Improv
perform
is a
comedy.
form of comedy.
I'll see if I instilled good lessons in them or not. No.
I mean,
No.
for them, it's probably pretty good.
It's better than the alternative of literally nothing.
Yeah. Honestly.
Just keep that in mind, and if you ever get tired of the games that I've told you about, just make new ones.
They all nod as best as they can with their wrist, and they kind of bounce it back.
Thank you very much, mister. We'll have to try it sometime. All right. So, let's try that questions only. The boat is about to be on fire.
Wonders about how the carpal tunnel syndrome is with these four.
Bad.
Is
Might
Rube
not-
back? Rube is still BRB.
Rube is still BRB? Okay.
It seems so anyway.
I don't trust these suits of armor.
These
They're
suits of armor that are suspiciously clashing with the background. Fortunately,
Why
this
is
is
that?
not a game on the Nintendo 64, so we might have a chance.
Let's see here. Let me just change that. Maze, you walk in here, and Russ, if you do as well, and that's when you can hear a boom, 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 boom. And you look up, and here, what I will do is I will reveal something else for you. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I can reveal all of that. I think that's fine. Up. That's wrong. Come on, reveal tool. Okay. You can see hanging just above the chandelier is this massive heart.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, that's what it looked like.
Oh, okay. That's
If
how
you were
good.
curious.
All right.
Yep, anatomically correct and everything.
You know, I figured I had the right idea imagining Big Heart, but I still am not a fan looking at it.
Yeah. And as you guys are starting to approach, you start to see those kind of meat puppets appear. And you see coming down like these stairs, two people walking down, a man and a woman. The woman seems to have some difficulty with her movement as she comes down the stairs and is walking away from the man who is reaching out to her to talk. And just then, one individual comes walking out from the entrance with multiple other meat figures behind them. And you see that the man over here walks forward and gets in front of the woman and calls out to this individual in the front. And you can't hear what they're saying or what's happening specifically, but suddenly there is a clash as the man here sprints forward and attacks this gentleman, and then all of the meat just falls to the ground.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
so
what was that?
Yes, you have never seen that shit!
Yeah, that's what that looked like too. Although that was a
What
much
is-
more elaborate scene.
Huh?
Yeah, you thought you thought our orb was wild. So just to recap, make sure I got that correctly. Man and woman, extremely likely Blackthorn and Meredith walk down from these stairs.
Correct.
And walking in from the front is another man and another woman and some other people, question mark?
Not another woman. You do know for
Okay.
sure one man, and then the others that were with him were far less distinct.
Unimportant.
They were just like a group of individuals. I'll also say with Nash's base, and actually Maze's base perception, you notice that one of them, these meat figures that was walking in, was pushing something.
And pushing, but like at a height that would suggest they were pushing like an object.
Like a cart almost.
The meat cart.
Yeah. I'll also say that while you're in here, the other things that do catch your eye, obviously this weird little blood splatter. There's also this big glass case on wheels.
Ah,
Sort of case one might push.
Yeah. Probably a safe assumption.
There's signs of moving boxes in this galaxy.
Oh my god, you're right. Moving boxes is now canon.
Yeah.
Path looks down at the severed arm on the floor.
Don't much care for that. I often say magic is cheating, which is true, but magic is also disgusting.
Just gonna take a quick glance in here. Anything? Just the table? Just
Looks
the
like
overgrowth?
mold, Captain.
Just the table, just the same old kind of mess in general.
Okay.
You do see hanging from like what would normally be a little candelabra or of some sort. Seems to be a like pair of kidneys just slowly spinning above it.
Huh, that's novel.
How quaint.
Oh, that's cute.
She looks in. Oh, he was an organ donor.
Dude, can you imagine?
I mean,
He would be. I mean, he is canonically the ultimate organ donor.
That's what I mean, dude.
Yeah.
The industry would be changed forever. Red Path looks up at the giant pulsating heart, feet above
Right.
him.
And once again, the viscera reenacts the scene.
Oh, good, an encore.
Oh, so
And
so
get
that just keeps
encore
happening?
forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
It loops as far as we can tell without end.
Oh, God.
This place is torture.
I mean, if what the blood biography said is all correct, it literally is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Okay.
Let's see here. Nash,
I'm Nash.
as you're walking on by, let me know if this hits you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that does actually hit me. Damn.
All right, it will be a vital strike.
Oh. Oh.
25 damage.
Oh,
As-
what type?
This is slashing, and then let me confirm what this damage type is.
Just need to know if my barbarian DR has effect.
Yeah, your barbarian DR will take care of like a little off the top for sure.
Yeah. Look,
But
that little off the top could save my life later.
but you notice that suit of armor
Whoa! Who could have predicted that?
Oh, who'da fucking thunk? Oh man, I'm such a good GM, guys.
Who among us hasn't had a good old classic animate suit of armor encounter?
Among us.
I had mine.
You had yours. If you don't mind, I would love some initiative rolls.
Of course. I don't think I've had animate suits of armor. Oh, no, I have. I've had animate swords. I've definitely had Room Full of Mimics. That one was grand.
+2 on this.
Okay.
Oh, wow. 10. Wow.
All right, and then I'm gonna copy one of these boyos and I'm gonna put him over here. Where's your initiative, my guy?
Oh, everyone's just everyone's
Wow.
zooming.
No one's feeling it.
No one's feeling it.
Oh yeah, I alt-tabbed, like, I'll be, like, kind of near the bottom of this for a second. I can check something, and then I tab back in and wait, I'm third?
Yeah.
With
and
an
then
11?
Also, the thing that happens with these fun boyos, there is
Blood.
a big old blood splatter that comes out like this. And then he will take his d6. But, Maze, you can start telling me what you'd like to do here.
Wonder if I can sneak attack animated suits of armor.
You were able to sneak attack the keeper before, weren't you?
Yeah, but there was meat in there. There might not be meat in here. Suppose we'll find out. Oh, I guess they're
blood in
bleeding.
these.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, he seems to have the same mechanic as the keeper with the blood, so maybe
Yeah.
they're
Why do
fundamentally the
metal
same.
have blood in it?
Yeah.
No
So,
one knows.
Nash, when you got hit, there's this like burst of energy that makes the wound go deeper and spurt out even more. It is
Oh.
awful.
They've got that weapon property that deals extra damage to them and you.
Oh yeah, I think it's called Vicious.
Yeah.
It's
Vicious
it's
Hayden.
it's pretty sweet. I would have that were it not for my condition of hit point regaining. Well, all right. Let's just full attack this idiot.
All right.
Eh.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Still a very decent day to be Maze Meyer.
Yeah, both hit.
Does Spike Chain threaten on a 19?
No.
No,
What are you kidding me?
unfortunately,
It's an
but,
exotic weapon.
I know. Well, sometimes they have weird shit.
No,
Sometimes
they're all just
exotic.
terrible. I never should have gotten this.
Sometimes they're exotic because they have wacky crit ranges.
Anyway, damage,
Oof.
damage,
Holy
damage.
fuck.
Wow, Maze. Hold on, I gotta go through this list. Good lord.
Get this
All right.
motherfucker.
Minus 24. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so, Maze. You slice and dice. The armor, just crumples. Instantly.
Hey, dog, I noticed you existed.
Yeah, no. Blood, well, actually, with how much damage happened there, I need to have blood
Yeah, no, of
now.
course.
So, boop.
Hang on, I'm not in a proper square. Let me.
Yeah, this was just fucking murder that happened here. Yeah, and the armor crumbles to the ground. You notice it's very old and very clearly Veritas Legion armor, heavy duty stuff, and it just sputters onto the ground. The body twitches a little bit before it just kind of locks into place.
Wow,
Can we
that'll be-
tell when after it gets kind of can openered, is it like the keeper, just wad of flesh in it?
Yeah, once again, it's just kind of that wad of flesh just hanging out and pooling out of the sides of the armor now that it's like, it almost looks like it's doing its best to maintain its structure on the inside. But now that it's kind of falling apart, that meat is starting to just leak out of the sides.
And do these look like they are undead of any stripe, or...?
You're not sure.
if they were undead, I'd get my Bane bonus, so you know.
You do not get your Bane bonus.
Okay.
So Maze
Nothing
can
in here is a
confirm.
corpse.
Not in the traditional sense.
But yeah, no, that guy gets dumpstered, and Maze is already thinking about how nice it will be to get more Veritas crap for his collection. 9.
What was
Don't
that?
worry about it.
No.
Cool. Worry about it.
Fine.
Real quick question. You said what weapon did this guy hit Nash with?
Looks like a long bastard sword. And once again, it's got those nasty little runes along the edge of it, and it's just deep black.
When you say a long bastard sword, what I'm really asking is, do we have reason to believe that he has reach?
I mean, we have plenty of reason to believe he has reach. Look where he's standing.
Look at it.
Yeah, but I thought maybe that was because, we were walking through the halls and these were in fixed locations.
You are feeling confident that these creatures do... Well, actually, you're not 100% sure. Based on when Nash did get hit, it was as he was walking past fully. So,
Okay.
could have been an opportunity attack, could have been he's got long arms.
I'll roll them bones. That's what mobility feed is for. Okay. I think, Dia's gonna look to Nash. Alright, ready to strike back? She is gonna walk. Do I get shanked?
It doesn't look like anything happens immediately.
Okay, so 10, 15, 20, 25.
I will say this is difficult terrain, like moving along these roots and things like that.
Okay, let me put myself back where I was to start with then. Okay, so let me measure this out then. 5, so 15, 25, 30, question mark?
Yeah, because that's an open enough space. It's just that these roots, they're so big that it's hard to just kind of like tromp through.
And out of curiosity, if I treat this blood as difficult terrain, can I carefully step in without needing to try not to fall over?
I would say yes.
Okay, then I will go 40 to here to get up behind this man. And I'm going to lycanthrope at him.
All right.
We're gonna Hulk out so that I can threaten with my good buddy.
Oh.
I'm just gonna go ahead. Can't full attack, but I'll go ahead. Oh, get these. I actually meant to ask you this morning and forgot whether the lycanthrope stats had changed at all for were-crocodile, but I'll just use my werewolf stats for now, and we can talk about it later.
Basically, the simplest answer is that because you're now both, the damage die size increases by 1. Because
okay.
Yeah, so if it was a D8 before, it's now a D10. Just because, like, you are both of these entities. There are probably going to be more problems for the next full moon and shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point in time.
That's the next full moon problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with that, and let me real quick check. Am I able to? No, that won't stack, right? And that's a standard action. Just checking whether I can buff myself at all.
Of course.
No. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna use my big fancy new snout and go for a bite attack.
All right.
So it's gonna be on this one plus. Plus I've got that. Yeah, 8. Plus heroism. Okay. So I think this is correct.
Let's see here. That does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah. Just comes away with some armor in mouth, but no piercing through.
Nope, unfortunately, because you see that this is like full plate. It is some thick stuff. Rad. Alrighty.
That's better.
Nayash.
Nayash.
Oh, Nayash.
Does this goop prevent 5-foot stepping without getting...
You can 5-foot step, but you will need to make an acrobatics check if you want to go for the 5-foot step. If you just treat it as difficult terrain, you can actually step on in. But yeah.
How's your acrobatics?
Plus 12.
I mean, that's pretty good.
It's not shabby.
And then with heroism, so that's a decent amount. Okay.
That's higher than I'd expect, considering you wear actual armor.
Well, I picked up a mithril recently.
Ah, nice.
To cut down on the armor check penalty.
Cut down on the trans fats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, you are able to step on in. Yep, 5-foot hop.
Alright, get this motherfucker now.
Okay. First, a swing. Oh, yes. Yep.
Oh, that's the third attack, so I guess I need to crit confirm with the second one.
Okay, that was your third attack that you're rolling there?
Yeah, that was the third one.
Oh
That
god,
will-
I forgot you actually have 3 iterative attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3.
So that third swing does not hit.
Chad is pointing out freedom of movement.
You do have freedom
It
of movement.
doesn't. I looked and it doesn't say anything about difficult terrain.
Oh,
I
weird.
feel like if you can
It's
walk
weird,
through...
but it ignores difficult terrain.
I feel
from
like if you can walk
spells.
underwater freely, you should be able to walk over difficult...
It's
but
weird,
what-
and I looked up forums, and people are like split on it. Some people say it's
interesting.
as raw, it doesn't do anything, it doesn't say in the spell, and others are like, well, if it counters entangle and web, then shouldn't it counter
Yeah.
more natural?
Chat
And so
points out
people are up in
flanking?
the air on it.
But in any case...
I think is that +2 you're flanking?
Oh no, the +2 is from heroism, so then I would
So I
get
guess...
Oh.
Is it...
another
Then
+2
then
from flanking.
that would work.
But I don't think I get the crit confirm.
No
But
crit
still
confirm,
3.
unfortunately.
Still 3
Right.
hits should be more than enough.
3 hits is pretty good.
Yeah, even Maze was able
I'm going to
kill
assume that's
one.
actually supposed to be 23. Something happened there.
Something whack happened there. Yeah.
Is it because you've got a trailing plus? Does that mess it up somehow?
I mean,
Yeah, I
certainly.
think I accidentally did.
Mm-hmm. All right. There we go. Yep, and then minus do. Great.
And the
And
third
then the
one.
last swing, another 25. Yeah, it's still hanging in there. But you're able to chop and slice and dice and get through it pretty damn well. All the while, more blood is just pouring out of what is remaining of this entity. Great. Red Path.
Alright! I'm gonna light these motherfuckers up. Channeling negative energy.
Okay.
Oh, on these boys.
All right.
That heals Maze too, right? Or do I have to
No.
actively
So,
decide?
No.
actually, so point of fact, there's a different thing to be concerned about, which is that it'll harm your friends.
I have selective channeling.
Okay, then we're clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I believe, generally speaking, if you're channeling energy, regardless of which type, you are either channeling it to heal allies or to hurt enemies.
Okay, hurt enemies then. Let's go.
All right.
Well, Al, hold on. It's hurt undead specifically, unless you have a thing for that.
Sure.
I do. I have a special new thing that I got. Where is it? Where did I put it? What are you called? Versatile channel.
Yeah, so Red Path can channel negative energy as
Yes.
well now.
Well, alright then.
Yeah, cool. So let me roll some will saves. I assume that's a failure. All right. Boop, boop, boop.
Ooh, only a +5 will save.
Nope.
That is also a failure?
Yep.
Wow.
That made it.
Okay. So let's see here. 23 minus 23, and then from you, that is minus that. Okay, cool. Yeah, the one next to Nash and Dia looks real bad. Is there anything else you wanted to do here, or?
Am I able to take a 5-foot step away from this man?
Yes.
You can.
Cool.
Great. Okay. It would be the Veritas Armor's turn, but Maze, out of the corner of your eye, you look into what seems to be a small church to the west, as 2 entities that were praying stand up.
Oh, good.
You look at them, they have the elite Veritas Legion armor, the one that's more dexterous, allows them to move more quickly. Let me also put him back on the initiative. DDD. Bop, bop, bop. Token. There we go. So, you see this first one grip a holy symbol on their chest and instantly hit themselves with some sort of buff. This one gave himself a buff, so I will mark that. So he gets a beep, 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 beep. Every 3
I mean,
counts.
dots are the
Okay.
most ambiguous. If you don't
Okay.
want it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then they also get this. Cool. All right. This one to the north of him is going to point at you. Can I have you make a fortitude save?
Sure thing, boss. Luck had to run out sometime.
Okay.
I've got
So-
a plus from heroism, but I don't feel like it'll save it.
That will not help. You will take 2 constitution damage.
Ugh.
As suddenly you can feel it. You look down at your arm and you see the skin is starting to loosen and split, and blood is starting to pour out of you. You'll need a marker because this is an ongoing effect.
Alright.
And the entity will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is as far as he can get because that's difficult terrain to move through all those little pews and whatnot. Veritas Legion armor.
And I'm effectively down 11 hit points.
So this suit of armor, we'll start with this fine boyo.
Eh.
He is going to fumble off of this and try to just stab you, Redpath.
Yeah, sure.
So, beep, beep, beep. Okay.
Yeah.
And as he comes down on you, nope, he's doing a vital strike. Doot. Okay, 18 damage. And can I have you make a reflex save as he brings the sword downwards straight on you? He's going for a stab.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then he also
I'm just
takes.
double checking if I have any pluses on this.
He also takes. This is not for you. This is for him. As once again, more blood starts to pool out.
Okay. Reflex. I believe there's a +2 on this. Let me double check.
Oh boy, oh boy.
No, I do not.
Okay.
Okay, so this is as it is. Probably lose. That's okay.
Let's see here. No, that is a failure.
Okay.
So as he comes down, he stabs you in the chest and pins you into the floor.
Ooh.
So we will do that. And when we get back to your turn, there will be more problems as you see the sword pulses energy as it's now stuck in you, and it keeps on releasing that damage over and over into your body as you are now pinned into the floor. I will say, you do notice that this creature, as it fumbles over, it is also knocked prone because it just can't, it loses its balance while stepping off of the ledge. So that is all that one can do. This one will 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he's gonna go to here.
Actually, can I activate something?
What do you have?
Could I activate my alabaster trapping?
What does that do again?
That is my force armor.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that'll like push him away, I presume, yeah?
That's an immediate action.
Okay.
So I can repel him from physically touching me. And then they will take 5d4 points of force damage and pushed in 10 feet in a direction I want.
Okay. Yeah, if that is...
If there's any saves.
I imagine there's like a fortitude.
There's probably a fortitude save or something of the sort.
Such as a creature targeting her with a touch spell or a combat maneuver. The target of this effect takes 5d points of damage and is... It doesn't say that. I'm not seeing it, but...
Okay, I will read this quick. Preventing... No, there's no save.
Alright.
Damn, okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, once per day. So,
you did-
yeah. So, which direction is he going?
Do I push him back up? Do I? Yeah, let's push him back up where he came from.
All right, so he gets hurled back. He no longer has the sword because it's in you at this point in time. And now he's just...
Or
Yeah.
Bonka.
Okay. Hey, damage is damage. It crashes against the wall, and you see that when it hits the wall, that what would normally be a shoulder pop instead just like slacks more, and you see now that this long, stringy piece of meat is barely hanging into the gauntlets, and it's like doing its best to try and pull it back up to reform its general shape. This one, Nash, that's near you, you see that it kind of like stops for a moment, and you watch as its arms lengthen to drop and just hit the ground as it goes for a long reaching swing.
That's freak shit. Yeah, that hits.
All right. He is doing a little vital strike.
Just a little one.
Oh!
That's a decent roll.
Oh.
Once again, though, he will take his D6 of damage. All right. And there is another just gout of blood that pools out onto the ground. All right. That is his go. This suit of armor between you guys, you watch as the armor crumples. It just falls to the ground, and in its place, this appears. I need to delete that. It is all of the meat that was inside releasing itself and becomes just this blob.
Does meat appearance provoke?
Yes, actually, it does.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I'll take a swipe. Or a bite. I'll try to take a bite out of crime. I mean,
yeah.
If it's shedding the full plate.
Nah.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
you get a
it's
feeling
more
its
hittable.
armor plummets.
Well, wait, the 22 with flanking, maybe on the meat.
Yes. Both actually, both do hit.
Alright. D10 plus. I'm not gonna do anywhere near as much damage as Nash, but I'll make my contribution to society.
Hey, it might put us over the threshold.
All right. There's that 8 damage. Great. And then the 28 from Nash. Yeah, it looks really fucking bad. So it
Still alive, God. I thought
Yeah.
Maze killed his with way less damage than this.
they have a weird, nasty little trick about them.
Ah.
So, blood pools out of the ground. It's way worse and awful around here. Let's see here. Double checking. Yes. It then moves into Nash's space. Nash, can I have you make a reflex save?
Alrighty,
Trying
dighty.
to meet at you. Oh man.
Okay.
I don't think so.
You watch as the meat slithers up your leg, goes inside your armor, and starts trying to crush you to take its place. It is trying to swap. So if that is the case, this fine boyo does.
And Will, when we did the spooky cave in my campaign, the whole time you must have been there like, yeah, Aram, I've already got my revenge lined up.
All right. So that is the end of the Veritas armors. Maze.
Well, gee whiz.
Gee willikers.
I feel like I actually want to wait. Let's see how other people's turns play out
Sure.
before I do something.
I'll just put you behind Dia for now.
Yeah.
Dia.
Oh, geez. Is the meat still hittable on Nash's body?
It has a spike. Basically, how this works now is that it has a spike in AC, and half of your damage goes to it and Nash.
Okay. Then in that case,
The other option that you have available to you that you can think of is that if you can rip Nash's armor off, it won't have anything to, because like right now what you've seen of this creature is that it is essentially gelatin. It forms to fit whatever's it's inside of, but it doesn't have the muscle capacity to like maintain that shape. So you need that mold. So if the armor is removed, it'll probably just kind of slough off because it can't really do anything.
I'm looking to see if I have any useful spells right now. Oh, actually, So, quick question.
Yeah.
The splitting damage thing, is that for if I go at it with, like, weapon attacks? If I use a spell that just targets a creature, can I still reliably hit just
You would
that
target
creature?
exclusively the creature. Unless you're doing, like, Fireball. Then that might be...
Yeah. But you know what's a good spell that always hits what you want it to hit? And that I prepared exactly one actual magic missile today.
Let's go.
Nice.
Instead of my shitty little wand that casts it at caster level 1. And I can still speak and make gestures in this form. So here comes Croc-a-Wizard, ready to help you.
Real magic missile.
They do exist.
They do exist.
Yeah, I hope this will be enough. It's still not a ton of damage, but it's more than you might expect.
You've been whacking on this thing.
Nothing reduces this other than very bizarre corner cases that resist force damage. So, I shoot at the missiles.
Yeah.
17 damage.
Okay. Nash, you like kind of brace for impact as you're like clawing at your armor to try and get this, and the magic missile, true to its word, hits all of the sides, and you just feel as it fully liquefies and just flops out of your armor and splats onto the floor. An immense amount of blood once again. This is going to be a running trend here, Yeah, I mean, all of this now is...
And I think, let's see. I think with my movement, oh boy. Okay. I'd love to get closer to, like, Maze and Red Path to start helping there. Let's see. If I difficult terrain this, it would be 10, 20, 25, 30... 35, 40. Yeah, I can't quite get close enough to, like, give any flanking or anything.
I will also warn, this guy's arms are slack, so he does have reach.
Oh,
now,
he's in reach mode. Okay.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't be able to hit you here, and then if you walk through here, like, you have a little bit of cover, because, like, he can't, because there's a pillar in the way and things like that. So, if you wanted to have that movement,
I think, yeah, I think I'm okay with that risk. I'll accept an attack of opportunity. All right. Well, my mobility's not going to get me high enough for that, so sure.
Yeah, and I don't think he can Vital Strike on a doodly dude. So.
No, it's a special action.
No, it's essentially a special standard action you have to choose
19,
to take.
And then he takes 5.
I assume not alchemical silver.
Nope, it is just a very dangerous-looking bastard sword. As it once again, you watch as his arm still completely slack, just moves his entire torso. This arm comes whipping out. It slams into the pillar, gets stuck for a moment, but the edge of it is still able to clip your arm as you go past, and there's that burst of pain.
Bitch, ow. Okay. Or sorry, I mean, son of a bitch, ow.
Thank you for the roleplay.
Yes. Always happy. Yeah. Gonna just go across the stairs and Nash, would Nash theoretically be able to 5-foot step here without a problem since he's stepping out of the blood?
Yeah, also a thing of we'll have to get the official ruling from here on out of freedom of movement.
Yeah, freedom of movement, but yeah.
I mean, I feel like it would. Like, if it was
I was reading forum, the forums were fighting over this. The forums were getting into fist fights over if it would or not.
My brain space is like, if it works on magical difficult terrain, why the fuck would it not work on just regular difficult terrain?
The floor is wet. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems very silly to me if that were the case. Yeah, so I think it just works.
The ring of Whoop Floop has to work.
I'm gonna stop there.
I mean, you dropped 40k on it too, so like you better get something out of it.
I mean, I have been. I just wanted to leave it up to you because I couldn't find a concise ruling on it.
Again, based on the fact that it works on magic, I cannot fathom how it wouldn't work on just regular things. So, yeah,
and
cool.
I'll use my swift action for 10 hit points, and that's all from me.
Rad. Maze, did you want to go, or were you still holding?
let's see if Nash deletes this guy.
All right,
Yeah.
Nash.
Well, if this isn't difficult terrain for me, then I'll take that juicy flanking bonus.
Yeah, you strut on up. And as you see that its arm is still sticking out, trying to pull this sword back in the head, slowly turns to look at you as you deliver the yup.
Jesus Christ, Nash.
Nash, who cannot be flanked but can flank. Oh boy.
He's done.
Nah.
That one doesn't hit, but the first two absolutely do.
Yeah, that's what you get with the third iterative attack.
Oof, very nice.
Ah!
Ha! Just what you needed. So you come up and slam it in the armor, kind of crinkles on it. A lot of the meat actually gets stuck on the blade, and you hear scream, "Ew! Oh my God! I hate Nash! Kill it faster!" And you're able to bring it up, and you see that it's about to do the armor burst again to get it back into its like more malleable form. But you are able to bring it down and fully divide it straight down the center. Once again. Blood. There's so much fucking blood.
Yeah, well, that informs Maze's decisions a bit, yeah.
All right. Yeah, great. Maze, at the top of the turn. Here, let me double check how this works. Turn. Each round? Yeah, okay. So, you will take 2 more con damage.
Awesome.
And once again, you're seeing, like, now that it's latching into you more and more, you can feel the blood dripping from your neck and your face. It's pooling out, like, your fingers, the meat's starting to stretch more and more. It's bad. It's not good. It's clearly a spell.
Yes. I don't like those, but there's precious little I can do about them.
This is true.
So I think the most effective things I can do with my time are going to be to try and get out of dodge.
Reasonable.
You do have a free sneak attack on this guy since he's prone.
Boy, is that extremely low on my list of priorities right now.
I mean, like, going beneath him is fairly out of dodge.
I was thinking I might use my action to try and unpin Redpath. How concerned are you about that, Redpath?
Well, doesn't this sword have like some freaky deaky necrotic shit going on?
It does have some weird bullshit going on, and you can feel that it's pulsing energy, and something's going to happen on your turn.
So, are you concerned about it?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, I'll see if I can't help you.
Thank you.
Just disarm the sword
Yeah,
out of it.
That is literally exactly what I was gonna ask. Can I disarm the sword?
You know what? Usually it's like a
With the
strength
magnetic
check, but
glove?
no, that makes sense to me. Dude, give me a disarm check.
I mean, fucking lousy, but
Yeah. This is what we'll do for the how this works then, because that's a little low for another check that you can do, but not low enough. But yeah, so basically it will pull out, but Redpath will still get 1 impact of this. But
Okay.
besides that, the sword, you can do with it whatever the fuck you want. It is out of him, but he'll still take the 1 burst of this.
I mean, what I'll do with it is it'll just go
Unpinned from the
somewhere.
fucking tile.
It goes here.
Yeah, so you watch the sword slams into its torso. Actually,
How does it feel, asshole?
actually, Maze, give me an attack roll.
Attack roll?
Yeah, sure. I don't know what his modifier is, so I think I got it.
Okay. I need to confirm. Yeah,
Fuck
let's do it.
this
Okay.
guy.
So you watch the sword slams into its chest, dives deep into its body, and it is now pinned as it's like the big slippery arms grip up to the sword, trying its best to pull, but it doesn't have much muscle strength. It can't just rip it out.
Cool.
Cool. That is actually going to lead to blood.
Of course.
Blood. All right. Excellent. Yeah. So is that everything for you?
I mean, I'd love to keep moving if you let me, but
Oh,
reasonably
yeah.
speaking, I think game rules as they are, I'm not allowed to.
Well, I mean, I'm more than happy to let you move to a position because you have the glove.
You do
have
have-
magnetism.
I
so
do
you can
have
do it from a
the
distance.
telegraph glove. Yeah.
Well, also, normally it would be the case that's like, well, I have to end my move action here and then use my standard to disarm, but you do have spring attack, which generally covers the case of I want to split my movement on either side of something that takes the place of an attack, so...
Both of these things are true. I mean, if you'll accept the spring attack argument, then I'd love to get out of this without using a magnet glove charge.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, here, I'm going to roll your attack roll one more time because chat reminded me about bastard swords.
Ah, yeah, sure.
It's a fucking crit.
Killer.
Let this clown from a disarm and D8.
So he will take... Oh my god!
We just threw the grenade back.
Yeah, so the sword pierces through his chest. There is a boom detonation sound as the energy from the sword blows out most of its body. You actually see one of the arms just slam into a wall.
Fucking
That was
sick.
almost me.
All
That
right.
was almost me. Holy shit, Mace.
Yeah, that could have been you.
You're welcome. I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's not going to get an attack opportunity. He's fucked up.
Yeah, he's
All
super
right.
fucked up. He also doesn't
So-
get to because it's spring attack.
So, Redpath, you will still take the first impact of that. But originally what happens is you would take this in bleed damage each turn. And it would get worse each time you've been staying there pinned. So instead, you just take the 9 bleed damage. You're able to... Oh, God. Ugh.
I am still prone though. Okay.
You are still prone.
I will get up.
Acrobatics check, because there's a lot of blood.
Son of a bitch. Wait, no, I am not affected by difficult terrain.
You neither?
I am not affected by difficult
Travel
terrain.
domain cleric, I
because
guess.
Oh,
my
yeah.
travel domain. Yep. So he
How
like
would-
fucking like a fucking baby deer. He just kind of.
He's gonna light these fuckers up.
Okay.
Once again, he'll get this guy. He can't get this other dude here, but
Whoever is here.
fuck off, please.
Okay. Actually, he does need to make a will save. This is very important. No, that's a
Nope.
failure, you said.
Yep.
So you watch as the armor struggles to try and grab the blade, and then there is a just burst of blood as it just deflates on the inside. This boyo will get a will save.
Yeah.
So he can take half of that. Minus... Yeah, we'll do that. Cool. Would it still work on... No, he... Oh, no.
No. too far.
He is too far. But yeah, no. It's the other guy. Cool. Yeah.
Ah.
Is there anything else for you?
Can I take a 5-foot step behind this pillar?
I don't think you get to 5-foot step. I think you still
After
have...
getting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
okay.
takes your entire move action
okay,
to
that's fine.
get
I
up.
will sit
Actually,
here and wait.
you want to know something wacky? The 5-foot step is you can't take a 5-foot step if you have used a move action to
To move specifically.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
can if you use it to do something else.
Alright, so yeah,
including
you do
step.
get your 5-foot step. Right on.
Damn,
All right.
really? Whack.
He'll fucking matrix his way behind this pillar and just.
I did know that, but like my brain was like semantically like standing up probably counts as moving, right?
Yeah.
All right. Veritas Legionnaire. Let me sure. Yeah, the name would be visible. Okay. So, this fine boyo. Let me check his spells again. Yeah, he'll do that. You see as he walks with this very strangely shaped trident. It's more like kind of like axe blades for the 2 side prongs. And he will 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But as he approaches, you see that their right hand ignites in this black flame. He is going to try and get you.
It sounds like he casted while he was out of Scream Eat range.
Yeah, it did sound like he casted it and then walked into Screamy
Yeah,
Range.
yeah,
Damn,
how
he
No,
far?
got
believe me, I
Oh,
wanted to
man.
be over here for
Yeah.
exactly
I'm-
that reason.
I'm really excited to see if we're now into the territory of fighting clerics who cast harm.
Yes.
Boop.
Please no.
I assume that hits your touch.
I have a +2. That just meets it. That just meets it.
Your,
I
your
passed.
touch.
touch AC
Oh,
is
touch
20.
AC?
Oh,
No,
yeah.
hang on. Touch.
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, your touch is gonna be
I got
way
it.
lower.
Yes, it does. That
Yeah,
fucks me
okay.
up.
Yeah, that's right.
Alrighty. Yeah, boy. Really good time for the PSFRD to be down
Yup,
at the
yep,
moment.
Yep.
Such is life.
There it is. Okay, so Red Path, you will take
Mhm.
plus.
Okay, it's just inflict critical wounds.
Just
Yeah.
inflict critical.
Yeah, no, I'm not that cruel. So
Yep.
26.
I think it still has a will save for half.
It
I'm
does.
It sounds correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. If I fail this, I get to re-roll it. So +4 on this. I have a visualization of the mind set to go, and if I fail this, I get the second one at +4. So this is regular.
That would pass.
Probably.
All right,
Absolutely.
excellent.
So half of that, so 13 damage instead. This entity looks like kind of tilts their head and kind of like nods like, oh, okay, I get what your deal is. You can see here.
Deal assessed.
1, 2.
I don't like how these guys
3,
have like
4,
intelligence and the other guys were just
5.
meat.
And then he really can't go much further than that. I guess what he
Guess
can
you should
do.
have moved those boxes out of the way first, buddy.
Oh, you know what?
I've got a guy for that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for loading that much at least. Okay. You see this creature snap their fingers right around here. You see, I need to grab the image.
Area
for
of
it.
effect. Oh my god, are we getting flame struck?
Nope.
There's so few cleric spells that are like AoEs centered on terrain.
No, it's something a little different. Not a drawing, so I wanted to actually like line it properly. You watch as suddenly a wall of meat appears, separating Red Path from the rest of you.
Cool.
It reaches up and like you can see fingers and bones and shit, but yeah, Red Path is on the other side of a large meat wall. These guys are done, so they're not here anymore. Dia.
Does this reach all the way to the ceiling?
That's the thing I was gonna ask. How tall is it?
So, let me double
There's a
check
hole
that.
in this ceiling, isn't there?
There
This
is a
like
hole in
There
the
is,
ceiling.
Yeah,
and-
it's like a atrium. Go ahead.
And you notice that the meat is actually like bumping the veins up top. So like there is an opening, but like the amount of, because let's see here, how much height is that? Wall of meat. With a height of, yes, okay. So the height of this is about 20 feet at least as it reaches up. But there is, of course, like you can go over it, but it's still 20 feet of height.
Yeah.
So if you've got the means to get over there to assist Red Path.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
If you can direct your attention to the right that you showed us before, how does this interact with where the heart and its vein canopy is sitting?
Yeah,
So it's along the rank that's like here.
Yeah.
Does it reach the veins, or is it like pushing the veins up?
Yeah, it actually reaches up and is like bumping the veins a bit, and you notice that the heart like kind of teeters uncarefully, and you notice that when the heart is bothered, the house shakes.
Eesh. Okay. And how low is the heart and the veins?
Let's see here.
Like, how high is it off the ground from the first floor?
It's probably it's still about 20 feet up. Basically, where the meat is reaching up, it is like just starting to interfere with.
For
the
some
veins.
reason, I thought the heart was dangling lower than that, and that I could maybe like jump up and grab it and then climb that way. Okay. Well, I've still got. My climb isn't great, but I mean, I've got pretty good acrobatics. I'll tell you what, the chandelier is completely collapsed, right? The chain doesn't even connect to the ceiling anymore.
It does not, but there is still
Okay.
a chain probably still hanging about.
Yeah. If since it's on its side, if I get up on the chandelier, or if I go up the stairs to be on the level that Maze is on, is it plausible I could like jump and grab onto the heart to climb?
Yes, I think so. It'd still be a little dangerous, and you're gripping onto a pretty vital organ, but
Bro,
yeah.
we are fucking this guy's arteries up.
Sorry, man.
I mean, we're fucking the residents up too. Like, we can only apologize for so many things.
So many potato chips. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna try it, because my acrobatics is much better than my climb to just climb straight up the wall. So, yeah, I'll go... I assume if I'm by the base of these stairs, I can just kind of, like, hop up onto here.
Yeah. It might be a little bit of difficult terrain because it's coming at it at a strange angle, but yeah.
So I'll go 10... let's see... 15... Excuse me, May's 20... so I'd like to kind of, like, go... Do like, a kick-off wall for height... and try and leap to grab onto the veins. Oh, thank you for the reveal.
Yeah, I just realized probably couldn't see that. Yeah.
This little baby heart.
Yeah, it's a little guy.
The boiler of the child.
Yeah.
What kind of check would you like me to make for this?
I feel like acrobatics would make the most sense
Okay.
if you're like leaping to try and get it.
That makes sense to me. This is with bonuses. Is that gonna be dex? No, it gives me strength and con. Okay, so this should be accurate.
Sick, dude.
Yeah, I would say that can at least get you like to the top of the wall. You're able to like and get up there. So now you're like kind of side by side with here. I'll send this to the back. Side by side with this heart.
Yeah. Let's see. I was about to say like, and I can offer Nash a hand up, but then I remember Nash has slippers of spider climb anyway, so he won't have this problem.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know if that was one move action or what. If I have the rest of my move, I would probably just use the rest of my turn to, like, get, I don't know, somewhere to, like, this general vicinity.
I feel like that would be your move to get all the way up there, because
Okay.
that's a lot of scooting and booting.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, then that will just be my turn for now. I will perch atop of the wall.
All right.
And you know what? Maze doesn't have spider climb. I'll stay near the edge and kind of dangle down a little bit so that I can I can offer Maze a hand up.
I'll level with you, dog. Very low that I'm gonna cross this wall.
All right. Well, leave the option there.
Okay. Let's see here. Cool beans. Okay. Nash.
So, spider climb.
Yeah.
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 And 20 feet up, so I will just add like... So I went 10 feet, so this would be 30 feet of movement. So, plunging attack?
Yeah.
It is the most reliable move in the game.
Yeah, you've got a column. It's going to be kind of a weird
I mean, you
angle.
can just like charge to here. That'll also get
I'm
it done.
basically just planning on hopping down and
Sure.
getting up close to this guy. Doesn't need to be a plunging attack. We don't need to be fancy here.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, we don't even need hop. You can just run straight up, run straight down, charge attack.
Yeah.
Running straight down would be another 20 feet. And then... Yeah, no, I couldn't do it running straight down the wall. It
I
would be
see.
too much movement. And that's fine. I can get a
Yeah,
vital
just
strike.
good old-fashioned hit him.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see here. That doesn't hit.
Didn't think so. But now I'm
No.
here to put pressure on these guys, so...
Yeah, you notice, interestingly, as you go for the swing, this entity, like, almost... I can't think of a better word to describe it. Almost like a shadow step backwards, just very quickly to avoid the swing. Not really moving its body very much, and then the head latches and locks onto you. Maze.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be for sure the last round of this because you will have taken at least 5 constitution damage.
That's okay. 2 and then 3 and then 2 and then 2. It's grand.
Oh.
I got you, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
thank God we picked up that restoration potion in the
I
basement
got
too.
you, buddy.
Yeah, thank
so-
goodness.
so you see at this point, all of this, like, not all of it, but a vast majority of the skin just flops out and gets, like, caught in your clothing and onto the floor. You now have a -4 on disease, pain effects, or poison.
Yeah, that's fine. So I've got like 37 hit points. Are we all chill if I just don't go over the wall?
Stay back there. Stay back there.
we cool if Maze takes a sabbatical.
Yeah, go for it. Take your vacay days.
Yeah, all right. Maze's gonna take a paid vacation day and just
Go play ball, buddy.
yeah. We're not gonna play ball. Let's just tuck into here. It's the closest tuck-in spot.
All right, I'm going to remove that dot on you because you're no longer under the effects of sloth.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Great. Okay. Red path.
Hey, how we doing? Hey.
Hey.
So you said this wall is how tall?
About 20 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna use dimensional hop and I'm gonna and stand on top of it. Does not provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Once I get up there, I'm gonna light these guys up. As much as healing Nash would help, I feel like these guys
Nah,
need
it's
to
better
get...
to get these
Yeah,
guys out of the way.
violence.
Yuppo. Alright, get out of here!
Holy Moses.
Wow.
Holy shit.
All right, so they get their will saves. Okay. Yeah, still a good 16 damage though. You see that for both of them, that energy kind of courses through their body, and they like kind of snap and then get back into their kind of not very lax position, but clearly ready to move at a moment's notice. These ones are far more dexterous than the other ones. All right, Veritas Legionnaire. Oh, yeah, you. So the one right next to you sees no opportunity to leave, so they will just fight you. So first Triton swing.
Yeah, these guys have pretty good bonuses. Yep, that hits.
No.
That one.
All right, Trident. Boom. It's thinking really hard about that damage roll. Come on,
It's thinking
buddy.
so hard about it.
It's thinking so hard. Do I
It's
need to roll it
really got to
again?
calculate.
I'm gonna try rolling it again. There. Okay.
There you go.
We'll do the 12. So 12 piercing damage, and it is going to. No, it just stays. Doesn't really see any other strong opportunity. And then, looking at you, Nash, you see this entity starting to cast a spell.
Don't cast a spell. No.
All right.
So I will roll his will save. I think
By 1.
by 1. Okay.
Yeah, 22 is the DC to beat.
Sad.
Okay. All right. So I need you to. Yeah, actually, he's just gonna go for that. It makes the most sense for the current predicament. I need to grab.
Oh. Neat.
So, if everyone can make a will save, actually, he'll target it more like this so that he doesn't get hit by it. But Maze is safe.
Hooray!
What kind of spell is this? Is this?
This is evocation evil.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
All right, I was just seeing if it was an abjuration one. I had a bonus against it. But nay. Okay, if I fail
Will
this,
save. Here we go.
if I fail this, I get another. I'm getting another +4 on this next one.
Okay. I mean, I could also tell you if you pass or not.
26.
26 will pass.
Cool.
30 passes.
Ooh.
And then Dia, was yours 23?
23.
Okay. So you all pass. And I'm not going to worry about alignment because I think that's stupid, and I'm just not going to worry about it all that much. So instead, everyone will take 11.
Oh no, chat points out, does it get the heart?
Oh.
Where did
Yeah.
he center it again?
He
Here,
he-
I think.
Well, if it can
he's-
get both
I
of
thought-
you-
I thought he put
that's- It'll
Senator
get
here's-
the heart spatially.
Yeah, so yeah, it'll get the heart as well. Okay, I'll have to roll for something else. So, and there is a moment where you feel just absolutely nauseous, but you're able to push through it, all of you. You are
Oh no, the house is gonna vomit.
No!
So I need to roll a Astrophil fortitude save.
Plus 99, he's a fucking house, bro.
Yeah, I'm not terribly concerned about him. No, he's fine.
Plus
Uh,
25! Yo.
Yeah, there's things going on with him.
Papa's
So,
Pizzeria!
but you do feel this dark energy pulse out and it hits the heart, and the house does shake. And you notice that both legionnaires, like for a moment, kneel and then stand back up.
Yeah, you dumbasses.
Dia.
Ooh boy. Okay.
Or actually, I will also say he'll move. This will provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Nash, because this is difficult terrain for him because there's this root in the way. So if you wanted to,
while Rube rolls that up, I forget.
Oh, cool.
Oh God!
It was your mistake, motherfucker.
ha!
While Rube rolls that up, I forget. Are these guys? These guys are wearing armor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Minus 26.
Yeah. I could just
Oof,
get in
yeah.
and flank with Nash. I'm not very likely to be able to hit them without extra buffs. I guess I can give it a shot. Have we established at all what their AC is around? Whether it was lower or higher than the full plate guys?
You can estimate that it's about the same as the full plate guys, but it looks like it's more closely done because of dexterity.
Okay. Yeah, I could try and get in for that. I don't think that. Yeah, all right. I'll flank for Nash. That'll help. Yeah, Dia's gonna hop down off the wall, and I think she'll try and I forget. Do these guys have reach with their tridents?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Then she's gonna go ahead and try and just leap down off the wall to here, and then just come down the steps.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and take a bite out of crime.
Yeah. A
let's
little
see.
chomp.
A little chomp. Yeah, 20 plus. It should be, yeah.
Oh, that'll hit.
Ooh, delightful.
It squeaks on by.
Just
Yeah.
a little extra.
Just a little.
Just a little bit of damage. 1d10 plus. Just a little owie.
Yep. Very
Take
nice.
it.
Yeah, you chomp into the neck and kind of crinkle into the metal and pull back, and you see that instead of full-on blood, it's a lot of just kind of like bone. But based on the fact that there's a crack sound, it might be hollow.
Interesting.
These are the bone men.
I don't suppose these armored bone aberrations are susceptible to lycanthropy.
Bizarrely, no. Because I don't want to even
fucking
consider that.
what that would look like.
Where bone? Where
Rare
marrow?
bone. Nash.
Then yeah, that'll be all. I'll just get my 10 hit points and
Nice.
It's time for the full attack, boys.
Let's
Get 'em.
go.
Let's go. Yes.
It's good.
I'm gonna roll this a bit differently because full attacking or no, actually, we'll just keep going. Yeah, no.
No, unfortunately, for that one.
No,
No,
one hit.
unfortunately, for the last one. But the first one does. And then which one are you aiming at?
The one I'm flanking with Dia.
Makes sense. Minus 27. Great. Yeah, another hearty hit. These both look bad as you see, like, little chips of bones come flying out of the body. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do here?
Sounds like no.
Probably no. Maze. Just hanging out?
I am not suddenly more interested in going over there. Tell you what, I'll hold my turn until after, like, the Legionnaires. Then I might feel like it.
Sure. All right. Red Path.
Should I also hold my turn after them? Because that'll help me decide if I heal Nash and Dia or if I heal Maze.
I mean, it's very possible that Nash gets dropped if you don't heal him.
Yeah, I'm gonna heal my friends.
I would
Okay.
throw out some healing.
All right. Here's the good bonk, not the bad bonk. Bonk.
Oh, love that bonk.
I assume you also heal the heart?
Yes.
Cool. You heal the heart.
And
several-
myself.
Help him get over his tummy hurty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a juicy one for me.
Okay, and since I don't need line of sight for that, I'm actually gonna hop down and make my way over to Maze.
Okay.
Let
Cool,
me just
cool.
make sure I can get there. I absolutely can. Cool. Oh fuck! He will have hopped down over here on this side instead.
All right, okay. Oh god, you look bad. Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I'm not great.
Where's your fucking skin, man?
Oh my god, ew!
Yeah, it's bad. It's not
Oh
good.
my god, you can't let Rosa see you like this. Okay, hang on.
I don't think there's any danger of that.
It's a real buzzkill, man.
Rosa back at the Harrison estate. I think I'll just Zoom call Maze. I know he's busy, but I'll just Zoom call him real quick. Ah!
Dang, there's no reception.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Veritas Legionnaire. This one is going to... Nash has done the most damage, so he's going to attack Nash with a full attack. So Nash first swing. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the second trident swing. Ooh.
Not on the second.
Okay. So I
Thank
will
God
just
it
do...
wasn't at 20.
So 16 damage as this trident spears into your side, and he's about to try, instead of tearing it out of your side, dig it deeper into your body, but you're able to grab it and pull it out yourself. The one behind you, you notice that they reach up for their divine symbol again. They received a buff earlier, so +3 on these attack rolls. So 30.
Oh, so these are attack rolls, okay.
Yes. So 30, I presume, will hit, and then this was
You know what?
21. Oh,
You know, Scream Eater has the fun thing where it can call on a spell no matter how much time has passed. You know what the last spell I ate was?
what was that?
Pure Stone Shield.
Oh my
AC
god!
bumps up to 32, and it doesn't hit.
Okay, great. So
I was
then-
saving that then. I was like, this is gonna be fun to pull out.
Wow. Okay, so out of nowhere, Scream Eater says the magical words as the stone pulls out of the ground and blocks the first hit. The Legionnaire is rather surprised, spins around, goes for another stab, but you've still got your stone buckler and you bash out of the way.
Oh, fuck, he's a magus. I'm out of here.
He will go for his third attack thanks to his divine power.
Yeah,
full
but he's got
BAB.
Well, I
Plus
couldn't
3
have
on
blocked
that.
with the shield
Yeah.
anyways, but I protected myself from that, so...
All right, and then +3 on this damage. So 20 damage as this one kind of pierces off of the buckler, but instead of just reeling it back, he brings it down into the back of your shoulder and drags it through. And that is that. Maze.
All right. Hate to bail on you immediately, Red Path, but let's see if I can try and do something to help. All right, we're gonna hook shot up here.
Absolutely.
And there's no one in flanking position, which is just grand, so I'm not going down there. I will telegrab this guy's thing, though.
Oh, his trident?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's give that a shot. Yoink.
100%. Yeah, no, the trident just goes whipping out of their hands. They look down for a moment and then turn up to you. they can't emote much, but you can tell it's like, hey, man.
Look
was
at this
kinda doing
big shot. Look at this big shot. Still got some of his skin left.
Oh, rub it in.
Please don't rub it in. I have so little skin.
Yeah, amazing. That's incredibly helpful.
I can imagine so.
Yeah, and then to confirm, it was this one you were
Yeah,
taking
it was
from.
that one.
Great. All right, perfect. Excellent turn. Dia.
Let's see. I think, I feel like maybe Nash, you and I should like try and rotate a little so that I'm taking more attacks instead of you, given our respective hit point totals right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll make my attacks and then 5-foot step, and we can kind of like, you know, footsie dootsie like that on our next turns. Does that work for you?
No, I think that this guy is more of an issue since he still has his weapon.
And
This
more
guy
Oh,
doesn't anymore.
That's true. Also, I realized the will, it's probably because there's a column here, right?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
column here, which makes
Fair enough.
even with freedom of movement, that one's
No.
a little tough.
Okay. That's okay. I forgot. Yeah, since this guy's been disarmed, can you remind me about how much damage these guys have each taken?
They've both been bopped really hard. Like
Okay.
Nash got a crit on this boyo
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
walked in. Yeah, like, and they've
Okay.
both been hit by a couple of channel energies. Like they have taken damage.
And-
I will say they look bad.
I'll do an attack to start with against this guy. On the off chance I just kill him. It's
Yeah.
not very likely, but we'll give it a shot. So here's my bite. No. Okay.
Unfortunately, no.
And in that case, yeah, that guy's been disarmed. He's still a spellcaster, though. That's the big problem. But this guy's got Divine Might, so he's definitely more dangerous right now. So I think what I'll do is I'll take that one bite, and then with him being disarmed, I should be able to just do whatever the fuck I want. And I'll come up here and pick my way around this suspicious glass cart.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, in fact, you can even push it. Like you bump it in,
sure,
and it just
yeah,
kind of wheels away.
get that, yeah. And I'll end here.
Okay, great. Nash.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna. The full attack party is still in session.
It sure is.
Someone tell me when Maze moved.
To disarm one of these clowns.
It worked?
It worked.
Yeah. Oh, Maze is a great disarm.
No, I mean, like, how'd you get up there and get back quick enough?
I mean, I didn't get down. I hook-shot it up and I just telegrabbed it.
Oh, I see.
Did
Yeah,
you not?
hit.
Sorry, maybe I should have checked with you. Are you not gonna flank with me on this guy to kill this guy?
Well, I kind of want to be prepared to
To start attacking the other guy if he dies.
or like
Oh,
5
that
foot
makes
step
sense.
to threaten him again if
right.
he steps back to spellcast. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead then.
Yep, you squeak on by again. No, unfortunately. But 2 hit. Dun 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 dun.
Can Nash attack 5-foot step then attack? Oh yeah, he can. Didn't this come up in Arampay and we realized like that you can 5-foot step in the middle of a full
you
attack?
super can.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
guess if you happen to kill this guy first, then you can
Well, I'm
swap
going
over.
after the one.
Who has a weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, like the first swing, it slams into the neck, and he is barely hanging on. He like actually, with the blade still in his neck, grinds towards you, but you're able to grip the helmet and just crush it inwards. Dead. But this one behind you is still active, but having a tough time standing up. Red Path, anything you're doing here?
I have a question. It's a logistical
Yes.
question. Would restoration work on Maze?
I don't see why not.
By God, I hope so.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. What would be better? I baby feed him a restoration potion? Because we have one, right?
Yeah, we've got
one.
plenty. I'm 20
we
feet in
have
the air
some.
at the moment, though, so...
You
Yeah.
might
Okay.
I mean, you'll have time to do that since I think you'll probably make a bigger impact on his hit point total by just boo-booing him and then
Yes.
restoring him after
Okay.
combat.
Yep. Okay. Here is Boo Boo.
Boo boo for Maze.
Boo Boo for Maze.
Thanks.
Is that like another channel energy?
That was the channel energy.
But
Yeah.
for
Okay.
healing Maze,
cool.
not for...
Yeah, that definitely heals me some. Sort of the grander issue is that that heals the damage that I took before, but right now all the damage I took was my max HP going down.
Yeah, I can fix that after though.
Yeah, but you can't fix it right now.
Yep. No worries. Cool. Is there anything else?
Let me think. Can I get back up there? How many movement did I use? Because I just walked up. I have enough to get back up there if I need to, so I'm gonna teleport back up.
Okay.
Here, scooch you right here.
Cool beans. All right. Veritas Legionnaire. Boy, they don't really have great options before them. Yeah, not really any other option. They are gonna go for using another spell. You see that black flame crawl up their hand once more. He will make a will save because you did not try to eat one of his spells.
Yeah,
You tried to
didn't
eat the other guy.
get him yet, so... Yeah,
Okay.
it passes.
Okay.
But does he get an attack of opportunity?
You have combat reflexes, right?
Yes, I do. Now I do.
So you do get a swing on him. Because he is not worried about trying to get through this. Yeah.
If he's alive, it's gonna be a beefy concentration check.
You barely squeak over.
Ah!
So as he sticks his arm out, you cut the arm off and then go for a plunge through the throat and bring it upwards and just split him in half.
Yeah, Nash is a badass, okay?
Combat is over.
The flesh wall begins to recede.
I guess it probably would start to fade.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy who cast is dead, so I'd hope so.
Elevator going
Yeah, Maze
down.
and Red Path do a pratfall when the meat wolves despawn from under.
Bonk.
We call that
I
a
don't know,
meat,
butts.
meat fall.
Wow.
Okay.
There is so much blood. Everyone's hurting.
So
a fair
much
amount.
blood everywhere. So much blood everywhere. Wow. Okay. Hang on.
Here, sit on the stairs. Sit on the stairs.
Yep.
Also reveal all of this. You are also close enough to the air that you would be able to look in there and see all of that.
Imagine if there was an eye in the mix down there. Imagine.
You, I guess. Okay, let's see.
Imagine the possibilities.
Yeah. You
So, yeah.
all kind
I
of
am
collect
casting
yourselves.
restoration on this fool.
Real quick, you should use that swanky new goblet we found.
Yeah, I could do that instead. Yeah. All right.
Here.
Take a little damage, but a free restoration without
What do
expending
you
the
wanna
slot
drink?
is very big.
I got juice. I got tea. I have wine.
Let's go with wine.
Oh, okay, we're feeling that. All right, here you go.
Dude, my skin fell off.
Okay. Or would Maze roll this? Is this me administering it, or is this Maze rolling it? Because
So-
he's drinking it.
So so you have to drink it yourself, like, because you'll see here what happens is Maze, when you grip it, because you're going for the restoration, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so it will do 7d6.
76.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll that real quick.
Oh, okay. You've got it.
Oof. So 26 damage, but it is the full restoration effect. And you notice that when you grip it, the kind of spikes in the handle jut outwards, and but then you notice that the goblet fills with your blood, and it's like, all right, bottoms up.
So I believe full restoration restores all points damaged to a single
All
score.
10 ability
Okay.
damage.
Okay, and then I'm gonna start healing you up with the good old-fashioned booby
So you
stick
actually
I don't run
you
out of
do
spells.
gain hit points net off of that since you were
Mhm.
minus 33.
I'm
True.
not actually confident that you get back the hit points you lose from Constitution damage.
I believe you do because you get hit points. You get current hit points when you buff your Constitution. So I would think when your Constitution goes up after being drained, you should get them back. It's up to Will, but I'm pretty sure
I'll
that's
take
how
it, but I'm
works.
also pretty sure, like, things like Bear's Endurance have a billion asterisks about the HP you get. Anyway, yeah, sure, I'll take my hit points back if you're offering.
Yeah, chat says that is correct.
Alright.
That makes sense to me. It's kind of like it's
that's how
restoring that vitality.
Yeah, I think that's how it works in the Pathfinder computer RPGs also, for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just need to roll.
Oh.
Okay, then here's some boo-boo sticks for you.
Where did those other two guys come from? I didn't even see.
2.
That'll be enough.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Note, I saw out of character. I just
Right, fair.
don't think Dia noticed.
Yeah, those guys were hanging out in the chapel. They fucked me up pretty good.
Oh, here?
Yeah, there.
Oh yeah. What is this?
Oh, Nash, come here.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
goodness.
you examine this, Dia. Give me. You notice that it is glass all the way around. Let me restart this. So you see, it's a very small little like cart with a handle that allows you to push it. But very specifically, in the cart is a probably 7-foot tall glass case. But unlike most glass cases, the glass is also on the bottom of it. It's not just the sides and the top. And you notice on the handle for pushing this cart around, there is a button, and along the edges of the glass, very faintly etched in, are various arcane marks.
She'll look closer and see if she can identify any of these marks or what their purpose or meaning might be.
Sure.
Is that an arcana?
Yeah, it would be a knowledge arcane.
Bada 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 badoo.
Yeah, it's not your field of expertise, but you're pretty confident you know what the heck's going on here. So, these are all runes that you would use for necromancy to calm a spirit that you would maybe keep inside. You examine the button, and when you press it, you see that the runes on the side light up for they like flicker, they barely work, and then they make multiple holes in the glass. You do notice that there were holes already present in this, and looking around, it's bizarrely clean, despite how old this is. It looks like it was used for like chauffeuring something.
Clean, are we talking like there isn't even dust settled on it?
There is a little bit of dust, I should clarify like that. By what I mean is like there's no viscera or overgrowth on it in any capacity. It is just doing its own thing. It's rusted, to be sure, but the glass is also maintained. And you notice that the glass isn't actually all that thick, but it's designed in a way that it could probably take at least a hit or two.
She's gonna bend down, just kind of run her finger through the ample blood that we have available to test. Just gonna test if this happens to have been out of the way or if it's actually resistant in some way. She's just gonna kind of see if she can put just a little streak of blood on the outside of the glass.
You put blood on the outside of the glass, just slowly drips along it, kind of marks it up a bit. Doesn't seem to have a reaction, though. If you had to guess, these runes seem to react very specifically to a spirit or a soul.
And the runes largely don't work anymore, or they only work a little, it sounds like.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, it looks like the runes very specifically are to provide a very passive, like, calm undead. And more importantly, well, not importantly, but bizarrely, the main focus is that it just creates the holes in the side of the glass.
Yeah. Some very specialized equipment over here. Wonder if we've got an angry spirit loose in the house. Exactly one. You saw something like that upstairs, didn't you, Redpath? Something that could fit the bill anyway?
Yeah, look, I would need to inspect it. Nash, are you okay, or do you...
Still a little hurt, but,
Okay.
Okay, I can do more. I can.
Well, while you're
I have
healing
a
up,
potion I could drink, but,
Potion,
you know.
potion would be better, I think.
since you're healing up, I've got a trident in my hand. Anything special about it?
Yeah. Let me look up those details for you on their trident. There's a legionnaire outside. Just ignore him. He's my initiative boy.
Of course.
He's not like outside like you killed my family.
He's like, yeah, we did do something about it.
Maybe. This is a +2 trident of
Kind of dude.
no, of shocking. Or more importantly, I need to look up the name of it because again, my PSFRD is all kinds of fucked up. It's the one that if you crit, it does more damage.
Shocking burst.
Yeah, shocking burst.
Well.
And they both have it.
Admittedly, none of us are tridenters, but that's equivalent to like a +4 weapon, so that's worth $1 billion.
Yeah, I'll hold on to those for our convenience.
And just out of curiosity, have we also now encountered 5 ownerless plus something wounding bastard swords, or did those like?
Oh,
all right,
those are still very much around.
Holding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you take those all down, Lamp?
Of course. How many swords is it?
Altogether, if you took the
5,
one,
I guess. 1 from the keeper and 4 from these armors.
Yep. Those are +1 vicious bastard swords.
God dang.
Veritas Legion didn't fuck around.
Clearly.
They had Parthena Veritas who was churning out magical items for them left and right.
Well, that'll be about $1 billion for us to split up later, but not worth anything right now.
See? There's treasure! I give treasure!
It's
This
really
treasure's
funny,
bullshit, though!
It's really funny, though, Lamp, because if you hadn't asked, it would have occurred to me to be like, oh yeah, we should loot the weapons. I would have just been like, well, that's the end of those.
You see, I've got the scrounger mentality here.
Yeah, you got the classic Pathfinder mentality. I've got the laissez-faire, the Lord provides.
And then Redpath, you were examining this glass case.
Yeah, explain this to me. I was dealing with our good boys over here.
So what Dia can elaborate for you as well is that it looks like this was used to chauffeur something. Its design is very specifically to enclose a spirit, by chance, whether the trap or what have you.
And keep it calm.
And to keep it calm, but the runes more specifically are designed to create holes in the glass.
Holes to breathe through?
You're not sure. Just holes.
Holes to emit the ghost vapor.
I'm absolutely insane.
Okay.
This is glass, right? This is just glass?
And bizarrely, like I said before, it is a fully glass, like rectangle. Like normally if you've got a glass case, you would have a hole at the bottom so you can just lift it up or whatever. No, this is glass, the entire thing.
And where are the holes on this?
On the sides.
How many?
About... really, actually, there's probably only one.
Can I DM you what I think this is?
Sure.
I mean, you can say it out loud, too.
You can also just say it out loud, because I if you're already at this point of, like, theorizing, I can try to...
Is this an artificial womb?
That's an interesting idea. I like where your head's at. It is not that. I will tell you that much. You can confirm it is not an artificial womb.
Okay.
A womb for the waters.
A very interesting idea, but no.
Fucked up if true.
Well, I'm guessing those people, whoever marched on in here to confront the people in the house, brought this with them, I would assume, based on what you guys said about their posture. So maybe they brought some kind of caged spirit to unleash?
So, here's an observation. If this is only here in this room, and from what the figures were doing in that last moment, chances are that might have been the last thing to happen here before everything went to shit.
Certainly possible.
Huh.
Probably only one person who we can ask for sure, though. And we need to figure out how to get them a mouth.
I would like to inspect that heart, because I didn't get to see the other one.
That's a good idea, actually. I don't actually know a ton about the anatomical science of it.
Are we able to take this with us? Or is it too large?
You can. It'd be hard to get up like stairs and things like that, but it does
Put
have
it in the bag.
wheels.
Put it in the bag.
It is. How much room do you have in the bag? Because it's big.
Oh, like a shit ton, dog. And
Sure.
And like, to be clear, like, this is oft forgotten in artwork. Like, bags of holding are like Santa Claus bags. Like, they are big.
Yeah. Oh, no. I wasn't doubting like the size of the opening. I was just like, because there is like a certain amount of space.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of
inside.
space permitted, but like all of the stuff in here is just random garbage. The biggest stuff is what we just put in there.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Cool. Yeah.
Because we're not transporting any bodies just right now.
Yeah.
So add to your inventory.
Mysterious
face. Because you rolled a 30 and you were looking around more, you notice on the side, near the runes, it says in Necrol, melting point enclosure.
Melting point enclosure. Melting point. Is a melting point. I know you have a fondness for your quirky, slightly pun names like intrusive thoughts and muckrakers. Is a melting point a type of spirit?
Yeah, give me a knowledge religion.
Hell yeah.
This will be a hard one, actually.
Yeah, I don't know that I'll have this one. Maybe Red Path.
Okay.
No.
You're not sure.
What if not? No.
It's probably not
one that I'm aware of. Although, well, better keep an eye out for anything fiery, I guess.
And then just to confirm, when you looked in here, you did notice that this is a small church with a horrendously damaged statue.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of see is this a chapel dedicated to a particular god or goddess?
Avoiding the blood. Disgusting.
You've actually seen a similar statue like this before, a couple of times actually, so you're well familiar. This is a statue of Lissa, the goddess of life and death.
Aww.
Redpath puts his hands on his hips and he leans over and puts a hand on the wall.
Mama's boy.
Just Lissa and not Larota.
Not Larota, just Lissa. But I will say, in the time that you've been kind of walking through this home, you have seen some iconography of Larota as well, but if there is any, it's mostly Lissa.
Really broke her heart when Lissa decided to go solo.
Well, they're still very much together. And I mean, even with the Larota goblet, you can tell, like, oh, okay, there's like clearly an affiliation with the goddess of life and death and the goddess of pain and healing.
And is there any indication of what the Legionnaires might have been doing in here besides just, praying?
From what you can tell, and based on like the dust that was around where they were kneeling, no, it looks like they were strictly praying.
Is there any indication of how the statue was broken?
Give me a perception check, just to kind of like investigate this.
+2 on this?
Okay. Looking at it, this was clearly broken a long time ago. From what you can tell, you do a little bit of examining. You didn't notice it immediately. But like along this wall here, you notice rotted after centuries, like femur bones. And you're able to like pull one out and you see that it's pointed.
Like a stake?
Like a stake. Or like a big, but actually the closest thing you can think of is like a ballista.
Huh. What the hell? What the hell?
He's gonna take that with him.
All right, yeah. Take big, nasty, rotting bone with you.
Cool.
You get a great club.
Yeah. Big, nasty, rotting bone.
Gonna take that with him. The statue.
Maze, open the bag.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Give Parthena's head some company.
Just gonna real quick. I'd also like to look at. Is this a person who turned into all blood instead of all bone?
Yeah, if you want to give me a perception check to kind of investigate. I'll tell you, it's not a high DC.
Good
Yeah,
job.
you get the feeling that while other people have been turned into solid bone from those eyes, this guy was just liquefied and just hit the ground and that was that.
Yikes. Anyone in here?
All right. I wanted to be more subtle than this, but if you're gonna slowly walk into every room imaginable, I do want to end the stream at some point.
No. I need a description of this. Look at that. The arm was obviously placed there on top of the other assets. What is this magic arm item, Will? I'm adding it to my inventory.
What I will leave it at this point is there's been a lot of noise. The house has been damaged a couple of times, and
Right.
a lot of time has been spent here. You can hear as things are starting to scurry and move in on your position. They're not here yet, but you will need to address this next time when we play.
Theme
of
of Betsy,
I
theme of
Just wanted
Betsy.
to look at the heart.
Theme of Betsy, theme of Betsy.
Oh boy!
Betsy's coming, Betsy's coming.
Look at the
Betsy's
heart
Better not
Betsy's
be.
coming.
Oh boy!
Gonna throw you, gonna throw you, gonna throw you, gonna throw you.
Yeah, that all was kind of quirky. What'll happen next time?
Yep. That's
Occasionally, you get to the 3-hour mark, and it's the end of a combat that doesn't immediately have an obvious, like, sometimes it just happens and you just have to be like, alright, we're at time.
Yeah, no, we're at time. This is a bad place to end, but, TikTok.
Yep. No, I get that. No, I appreciate your patience on that. But yeah, we'll figure out what happens next time.
Indeed.
Boy.
Here, I'll get some.
I kind of thought maybe it would be like, oh, I look in this chapel and I see the ominous altar that they were praying at that's emitting black light, and what will happen next time, and then that didn't happen, so I was like, oh, okay.
No, I mean sometimes
Sometimes things don't happen.
Yeah.
sometimes it's just a little church.
Yeah. But thanks for running this. This was fun. And
Yeah.
Chat, thank you for being here. Hey, if you're here and you haven't already, you should consider supporting our Patreon.
Oh
A
yeah.
couple bucks will get you access to a bunch of icons, and all the money that you give us there helps us pay for more artwork and more other cool things to make these games happen. Also,
Yeah. Like for example, the generics for this month. I don't know if they've been posted or not. Are Drow.
They have not been
Whoa.
posted yet. I will get to that after this. But yes, there's a bunch of generics on there. Also, we have a Discord. You should consider joining it if you haven't already. It's our community hub. It's where the weekly schedule gets posted, and it's where people put fan art. Speaking of, do we have some?
We do have some fan art, and we have an Imgur, which I'll post in the Roll20, courtesy of Bread Bunny. Thank you very much, Bread Bunny. This helps us a lot.
Yes, thank you so much, Bread Bunny. So at the top of the pile, Ebon Ward, episode 141, there's nothing inherently worrying about con damage. Oh boy, is that a lie.
Ha
Tell you what it is.
So at the top of the pile from Yet No Bananas, Crocowolf.
Rock the Wolf.
Knack, 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 knack.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Very nice.
then from Yet No Bananas.
I think I'll call Maze.
So, you caught me at a
Amazing.
bad time. Thank you so much.
Very funny.
Then also from You Know Bananas, No Wolf,
Virgin Branson in the chat. Yeah.
No Wolf, Crocowolf, No Wolf,
Crocowolf.
Crocowolf.
Hell yeah. Very nice.
Finally!
This one's been cooking.
We made it.
Amazing. Thank you.
Then from Chagalos.
You missed a lot, bud.
You missed a lot. Oh my god. Yeah.
That'll happen. Thank you, Chagalos. Yeah, no bananas.
The plot.
Finally found
Amazing.
it. Thank you so much.
Grandpa's fucked up.
Thank you, Bad Night.
Thank you, Bad Night.
I love
Very,
that
very
his
good.
regular body is still here.
Wandering Woods mod, make Blackthorn's fucked up house even worse.
Then from Lemieux.
Yeah!
Haha, I wasn't in this episode.
Well, they talked about me.
He was there in spirit.
Actually, I was probably in the pre-stream, so like no one knows what the hell this is about. But congrats to me!
Yay!
Hey!
Thank you, Lemieux. Then also from Lemieux. It better not be you scurrying towards us. We're gonna fucking humiliate you if it is.
No, it doesn't have to be. No.
Thank you, Lemieux.
Thank you very much.
Then also from Lemieux.
Ah, dreams do come true.
You look like a freak.
Come true.
Wonderful.
Very nice. Let's see, and then from Chagalos.
The gods have to get along. Yeah, Gorham and Nisei, they were not on the same page for a lot of things. Very
Understandable.
nice. Thank you very much.
From No Bananas.
Bruh.
The little like Looney Tunes piano key tapping tiptoe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Dia's hair.
Yeah, from Kuriyuki.
Amazing. Yeah, that's more or less what happened here.
Very nice.
Aw.
Addis wasn't even here.
Addis wasn't even here. He's here in spirit. I will say he's been quiet for reasons.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I bet.
Can you give us an Addis voice of like Nya?
Like, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And from Chagalos, we've got a Get Along shirt.
They gotta. That's they do not interact anymore. Honestly, Nisei's the problem.
So it goes.
Excellent.
Thank you,
Thank you
Chagalos.
very much.
Then from Kuriyuki.
I threw up.
You sure did, buddy.
Amazing.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
From Bananas. They're balling.
They're balling.
Holy shit!
Hell
They're
yeah.
balling.
Yo, they're balling. Let's go.
In an alternate way, this could have gone where we just walked in the front door and those things were the first thing we saw in Blackthorn Manor.
Yeah.
Wallen.
It's like, oh, I see. This will just be a silly place. Then from Venomous Tia, box.
Box.
Unless.
Oh, this. Oh God, it's moving.
It
Very
only
nice.
moves when you scroll, is what it feels like.
Oh, it's so scary.
Thank you, Venomous Tia.
Thank you very much.
Then from Chagalos.
Yeah, Ithrea and Latham. Yeah, I don't know how often they'd interact with each other. Yeah, they probably get on each other's nerves. Excellent. Thank you very much.
And from Takio.
Yeah.
Gross.
Welcome to my workspace.
Put this in our male living spaces.
I was about to say average male living space.
Yeah. Thank you,
Excellent.
Takio. And from Chagalos.
They're hanging out.
They're just hanging out.
Just chilling. You know
Awesome.
how it is.
No, the
Thank you
the
very
image you're
much.
requesting no longer available.
No! No!
There was an updated version that 6 wanted to replace the one.
Ah,
that
Well,
got
we'll
it.
have to get back to that then. And then after that from G.I. Joey,
The house.
it's Goopy.
Whoa.
The meat house. Oh, I don't know what.
Teeth.
I don't know, the yellow stuff leaking out on the side. I don't like that.
Stomach acid.
That's just custard.
I mean, at best, it's stomach acid.
At worst.
He was eating a delicious trifle, and he spilled a little.
And he's been locked in that moment for the rest of time.
Yeah, he just violently molted. He dropped his little cup and went, nope!
It's the last straw!
just all at once. And did 6 post an updated version of that thing? Yet?
Yeah, it's at the bottom. You'll need to refresh and scroll on down.
Alright, no, I just opened up the Discord to find it, so that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. Then from 6.
You couldn't at least bathe?
There was no time. There was just no time.
I would have been fine with you being late.
I wouldn't have. I'm
Well-
punctual, goddammit.
Oh my
Oh, yeah,
god,
'cause
he's blowing it. He's
that's
ruining
what-
it.
That's what I'm impressed by right now.
Good, because it can't possibly be anything else.
Airsift name is already in trouble. How am I can't be seen with you. Coke, sir?
Oh, thank you.
You see it's Oleander? Yeah, I had to get a different job.
Well, thank you, everyone.
That was Harrison.
Thank you, everyone, for submitting all that. And,
Yeah.
Will, thank you for running this. This was a treat. Even though
Yeah.
we did spend an hour not getting to play, but
I'm sorry.
no, it was our decision. Sometimes it just shakes out like that.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm sure there'll be a chance where you and Redpath can scurry off and have your own little adventure.
Come on, let's have our own split the party with blackjack and hookers.
No, let's just play ping pong over here.
All right.
He's playing with the weird little hands.
Oh, they'd love it. They'd love ping pong, and then they would stop being able to play almost immediately. Anyway, yeah, thanks for running this. My friends, thank you for being here. Chat, thank you for being here as well. Your support, however you give it, means the absolute world to us, be it by giving us money, giving us fan art, or just being here at all. Thank you all so much for being here this time, and thank you for being here next time. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Bye.
Toodles.